From the greatest sports town in modern history, New York City. Welcome to the most exhilarating sports talk on YouTube today. The in sports. So mute your device. Dial your... Prepare yourself for the pinnacle of sports talk on YouTube. The Entertainer. Talking Sports. Monday nights. Only on YouTube.
Stand up! New York Giant fans, 813 in the house, Angel Gomez, GC, JJ, Bobby Woodruff, Joe Lutz, Rafael DeLuna, Ibrahim, I feel like I'm watching the Avengers Endgame. Jeff Billings is in the house. Mike Nixon, thank you to everybody for tuning into the stream. What's up, guys? How you doing tonight? Let's go, Mets. Yeah, the Mets are playing tonight, but tonight we are going... Well, if you guys want to mix in broad sports, but I think predominantly this show is going to be about the NBA draft, and Jet fans as well. But tonight I think is going to be predominantly about the NFL draft that is only 4 days away. The Giants have the 6th overall selection, number 17, number 37. I cannot wait until draft night to see what the Giants do. We've heard all the rumors. We hear now that Kyler Murray may drop to the Giants. We hear that Dwayne Haskins may fall in the draft. We don't know what the hell's going on, but I just can't wait for it to be over with. We know the direction this team is going in. What's going on, Giants Nation? Thank you for tuning in the stream. Nathaniel's in the house. Rafael DeLuna. This should be a lot of fun. Hopefully we'll get some people in here. If you haven't done so, please hit that thumbs up. Don't forget to join the channel, ring the bell. Fury's in the house. Alex Sports in the house. He says, stand up, Giant fans. So I hope everybody had a great day. The weather's not too good today in New York. Crummy out. I just went outside to go get myself a Red Bull before the show. And raining out. What's going on, Isaiah? How you doing, my man? Love Isaiah. Thank you for tuning in the stream, buddy. 813 JJ said, I'm happy that we have 2 picks because I hate waiting. That's what's going to make the stream so much fun because I feel like if the Giants only had the 6th pick, people would tune out after that. But now people are going to hang out until pick 17. Rudy says, I can't stand up because I'm driving. But what's up, Rudy, man? Rudy, of course, moved all the way to Arizona. He's been a great supporter of the channel. What's going on, Andrew? Thank you for tuning in the stream. Rafael says, I hope you can get a win in Madden. Yeah, Rafael, I'm working on it. I think I gotta watch some tutorials. MH in the house, Crazy Mofo. Hopefully there's a good call-in show tonight. Hopefully it's a good call-in show. Have a lot to talk about with the NFL draft, and I'm going to let the callers dictate the show like I always do. And let's pop on the text. 914-481-3540. Call me there, and we'll talk some sports, talk some draft. What's going on, Brian? Thank you. All right. We got a call already. What's going on? You're on live. Thank you for calling in.
Entertainer Talking Sports. What's good, my brother?
I think we've got Mike Nixon on the line.
You would be correct. How could you miss out on his beautiful voice?
What's going on, Mike Nixon? How you doing, buddy? And by the way, Isaiah, you can call in the show. The show's going to be on for like 2.5, 3 hours, so you call in anytime. Number's right above me, 914-481-3540. So, Mike, big Giants fan, what do you want to talk about?
I want to talk about a little bit about this, about the Kyler Murray situation, what I think we're going to do in this year's draft a little bit. So, going on with the Kyler Murray situation, a lot of people think this might be a swerve. I don't think it is. I just have a gut feeling that they're going to either take Nick Bosa or Quentin Williams at number 1, and it would be the smartest move that their GM has made by passing on Kyler Murray. Now, whether we get him or not, whether we get Kyler or not, that's a different story.
Right.
But it would be the smartest move that their GM made by passing on Kyler and fixing up that defense. Like I said in the past, I do not believe and giving up on a quarterback after 1 year, no matter how terribly he may have played.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. I think I've said that from the beginning. I think Arizona is they're lunatics for even entertaining the thought of taking Kyler Murray, and it's not a knock on Kyler Murray. It has everything to do with the fact that they traded up last year, gave up all those assets to acquire Josh Rosen, and I've said this for about a month. Now, I didn't say that I was committing to my theory that I bought into that. I mean, because everyone was saying that they're going to take Kyler Murray, but I was not hook, line, and sinker because I said to myself, they could be using this as a ploy, and yeah, they'll take Kyler Murray if they get the right deal for Josh Rosen. Now, it's possible that they shopped around and they went to the Giants. They said, we want the 17th pick. They went to the Redskins. We want 15. They went around and they saw what they could get for Rosen, and maybe they didn't like what they saw, and now they're kind of pulling out of it, and maybe they'll go Bosa. Maybe they'll go Quinnen Williams at number 1 overall, and that's kind of what it looks like to me at this point. And then, like you said, that's where it gets interesting from a Giants fan's perspective. If he falls to 6, which he very well may not. We've heard that the Raiders love him at 4. We've heard that teams may be willing to jump the Giants for him. But who knows? It could be all smoke and mirrors. There's so many times we've gone into drafts and we've said this guy's definitely... Last year's a perfect example. Up until the day of the draft, no one thought Baker Mayfield was going number 1 overall. No one.
Right.
Right. And it, it all changed on draft day. So that's what's great about the draft. It's all smoke screens. Nobody knows what's going to happen. And, we're just going to sit here. We're going to wait. We're going to find out what happens. But it's just another twist in what's been a month and a half long guessing game.
For real. And even, so if everything just... Because Raiders said that they're in love with him. But in the same sense there, I kind of like Derek Carr. He's not a superstar caliber player, but let me bring this up into question. Would you consider, say Raiders went for Kyler?
Right.
Would you entertain the idea of trading your 2nd round pick and maybe like a couple future picks to possibly get like a Derek Carr?
No, I want no part of Derek Carr. I'm not want. I want to build through the draft, specifically at the quarterback position. I don't want to be getting. I mean, Bad Dog brought up Mariota. I don't want that. I don't want Carr. I want to build through the draft at the quarterback position. That's how you win. Get him on that cheap contract.
Yeah.
And I'm not a huge fan of Carr to begin with. He doesn't have the strongest arm. I don't know how he would perform in New York. I'm not a big fan of Carr.
But in the same instance, even though they say that they're in love with Kyler, I could see them maybe skipping out on him. So potentially after that, I could see it. If the Raiders do pass on Kyler, there's no reason to doubt that Murray would be there at 6, because I could see the mock. I could see the draft playing out like this, with like some of the rumors that have come out. So let's say, as I've heard it both ways, that Bosa Quinnen Williams going number 1. So let's just say they take Quinnen Williams at 1, Bosa would go 2, and then from all the rumors I've heard, that if the Jets can't trade out of 3, they would still consider taking Ed Oliver at number 3.
And that's the other crazy thing we heard. And rumors came out today that the Raiders are interested in somebody that nobody is predicting. They didn't give a name, but people were kind of hinting that it could be Ed Oliver. And you're starting to hear more and more on that Ed Oliver might be creeping into the top 5, which to me is good. And I like Ed Oliver, but that means a guy like a Josh Allen or Quinnen Williams could fall to the Giants if something like that were to happen.
And even so let's just say for shits and giggles that Jets do pass on, don't go Oliver, they go Josh Allen. And then the Raiders get Ed Oliver, and then Devin White, Kyler's sitting there right in our hands. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, we'll see. I still don't know if the Giants would take Kyler even if he was there. I would guess they wouldn't. I kind of question it too. I mean, I wouldn't be. I'm going to punch a hole through the wall if they don't do it. Maybe I'd be a little bit disappointed because
just how fun it would be to see him on the team. But I'm not going to punch a wall if we decide, we're not going to go Kyler Murray, and we go like I keep telling everybody this. I would not be pissed this year for us to just go and take a Jonah Williams or even a Jawan Taylor at 6 just to get a stud offensive lineman.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you go after that. But as far as the offensive linemen go, I don't want to go offensive tackle at 6 for the simple reason that I think they could still get a very high quality offensive lineman at 17. If they didn't have the 17th pick, I'd have no problem taking a right tackle at 6 because they have that 17th pick and they could still probably get a Cody Ford there or an Andre Dillard. I don't want them taking an offensive lineman at 6. That's just my personal opinion.
Hey, you're entitled to it, brother. I mean,
but
you're entitled to it. But yeah, I'll let you get to your other call. It's always a pleasure talking to you, man. I can't wait for the draft, man. It's going to be so much fun.
All right, my man. Thank you so much for the call. Great call, and we'll talk soon, my man.
Man. Have a good one, man.
All right, buddy. Let's get this next caller here. We got a few people calling in. And what's going on? You're on live. Thank you for calling in.
Yeah, what's up? Let's move on to the real powerhouse in the NFC East, the Eagles.
The Eagles. Before we talk, I always like to know who I'm talking to. Who is this?
This is Dan.
Dan, what's up, Dan? How you doing, my man?
What's up? What position do you think the Eagles should draft?
All right. Well, before they made the Jordan Howard acquisition, I would have thought that they were going to go after Josh Jacobs. Obviously, they went out. They got Jordan Howard. The Eagles could go, and they also brought back Darby, the corner.
Yeah.
They could. I thought they could. They still could go corner. I don't think they will because of they brought back Darby. I'm gonna guess they go in the trenches. They either go interior defensive line like a D tackle, or they go offensive line with their first round pick.
You think they could draft a linebacker?
They could. They certainly could. Yeah, they certainly could go linebacker as well. If a Devin Bush ever fell there, he's a guy that they could look at. They definitely could. Yeah. If I had to guess, I would go D tackle. If I had to guess, I can't give you a name off the top of my head. I haven't finished my mock yet. I'll probably have that done tomorrow, but I would guess D tackle. But they could go a couple of ways. I don't think it'll be a running back now, though. They could go wide receiver too. The Eagles could go a lot of ways.
Yeah. No, I could still see us drafting Josh Jacobs. Not really an offensive lineman, but I don't know. We'll see.
Why is everybody writing Dan in the chat? Okay.
I don't know.
All right. Everyone is writing Dan for some reason. All right.
Yeah,
right.
I'm in their mind.
All right. They seem to think you're a troll.
No, I'm not a troll.
All right. A lot of Dans in the chat. This is weird. But anything else, my man, before I let you go?
No, that's it, man.
All right.
Wiener.
You guys were right. He said something about a wiener at the end of that, so you were absolutely right. Somebody said something about a wiener at the end of that, so I think Dan is into the wieners. Let's take the next call here. What's going on? You're on live. Thank you for calling in. Can we stop with the Dan bullshit now? Can we stop? What's going on? You're on live. Thank you for calling in. Okay. Somebody is doing their best ASMR impression. What's going on? Thank you for tuning in.
Christopher, how you not know it's me, bro?
What? What's up, man? Hello?
What?
Hello?
Are you?
It's
How you
Pavi.
doing?
It's Pavi.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's up, man?
Yeah, it was a great man game you had there, I must say.
Oh my God, I got absolutely embarrassed today. It was embarrassing. You know, I got humbled by a 12, 13-year-old kid, and I think I got to go back and practice my Madden skills before I go live. I think I got to watch like 100 hours of tutorials on how to play defense in Madden.
Yeah, man, 10,000 hours, that's it.
What's up, my man?
Okay. All right, so I made my own, mock draft scenario, but, so with all the rumors with Arizona not being in color, we got number 1, Nick Bosa going to Arizona.
Okay.
All right?
Yeah.
Number 2, I know this is far-fetched, but maybe, because we all know the 49ers want Nick Bosa, and he's going to be gone. And most likely they'll pick Quinton Williams, but in my scenario, we'll say Josh Allen. We're just saying that.
You saying Josh Allen goes 2?
Yeah, we're just saying it. All right, number 3, because of the reports, we're saying Ed Oliver.
But now you're thinking best case scenario. But go ahead. I know what you're gonna end up doing. But go ahead, keep going.
And then number 4, John trade up to number 4. Don't worry about what we traded up with. All right. So with John's number 4, we got Dwayne Haskins, Quinnen Williams, Kyler Murray, Devin White, and whoever else. Who are you picking?
I would never trade up there ever.
If it happens.
I think Quinnen Williams is the best player in this draft. But I wouldn't trade up for him.
Oh, pause. I don't think you heard me. I said we got Quinnen Williams, Kyler Murray, Dwayne Haskins.
I'm not gonna pick Kyler Murray. I'll tell you that right now. I know everybody. There's a lot of people in this chat room who seem to be enamored with Kyler Murray, and they think he's this can't-miss quarterback. They think he's the second coming of Christ. He's not my favorite quarterback in this year's draft. He's never been in. Media is not going to change that for me. What did the guy do since I've said that I wouldn't have him number 1 at quarterback? He had a pro day. He did nothing else. I'm not going to change my mind just because
Then
people on ESPN tell me to. What?
What does Dwayne Haskins have other than height over Kyler?
Dwayne Haskins throws a better. To me, Dwayne Haskins is the best thrower of the football in this year's draft. And I think he's very intelligent. When you watch him break down film, I like Haskins a lot. I think he's going to be a good quarterback at the next level, and I think people are hating on him more than they should be.
I see that, but you got Kyler Murray, you got Saquon Barkley in the backfield. You run that RPO. Ooh.
I get that. I get why people are in love with the idea of having the ability to have Murray and Barkley with the RPO. And it would work. I don't know how long Murray would last playing that way. But, yeah, it would be electrifying. I don't like quarterbacks like that. It's just not my type of quarterback.
But you watch the film. He's not a running quarterback. He's a pocket passer that if he needs to, he'll blast. He'll blast that field.
I hear you, man. Not my quarterback. He's not my guy. If they take him, I'm not going to be fuming. I'm not going to be screaming. I'm going to understand it. I would not trade up for him. I wouldn't trade up for anybody in this draft. I would stay at 6. I would stay at 6 and see who falls to me. And if anything, I would trade down and accumulate more assets for next year's draft as well as this year's. I do not want them trading up at all.
Mm-hmm. So, if we do, if Redskins will trade up and we get Haskins 6, do you think we should go either pass rush or cornerback
at 17? If they were to take Haskins at 6, to me, they almost unless none of them fall. Like if Burns is gone, Farrell's gone, Sweat is gone, Gary's gone, they're all gone. Maybe then you go offensive line or cornerback. But if any decent top tier pass rushers there at 17, if they go Haskins, I think they have to go pass rusher at 17.
Yeah, and that's it, man. We got one until Thursday, so. Who you streaming with on Thursday?
Bad Dog. Bad Dog's going to be on the channel.
Oh, so Bad Dog's going to be either going to be really quick if we get Kyler Murray.
Bad Dog will be very excited if we get Kyler Murray with the 6th overall or we trade up or whatever. I mean, I get the feeling Bad Dog would be willing to give up 10 first-round picks to get Kyler Murray.
I have a feeling that Bad Dog will give his son to get Kyler Murray.
All right, Vivit, I'm going to let you go. Thank you so much for the call, buddy. Thank you for being a great subscriber.
Yeah, man. You too, man. Thank you.
All right, my man. All right. Let's see what's going on, Jonathan. Thank you for tuning into the stream. What's going on, Sports Reaction? Jeffrey Abbey in the house. What's going on, Mike Nixon? Clocks. Thank you guys, everybody tuning in. What's going on? You're on live. Thank you for calling in. What's going on, HTTR? Real New York Giants Mafia, Sperm Cell, Leroy Brown, Landon's in the house. Thank you. I just want to shout out everybody. So what's going on? You're on live. Thank you for calling in.
You know something that is true besides Kyler Murray being the second coming of Christ?
I think we got Chris Tenor on the line. What's going on, Chris Tenor? How you doing, buddy?
It's Philip Rivers. Philip Rivers is the second coming of Christ. What up, Tim?
Wait, what'd you say?
Philip Rivers is the second coming
Oh,
of
God. This kid is in love with number 17, Philip Rivers. You are in love with him.
Yes, I am. You know, it's my quarterback. He's my quarterback. He's my quarterback.
What's up, Chris?
You know, staying on the topic of the Giants NFL draft, you know, I'm not a big Giants guy, but I think I've come up with a couple ideas and stuff like that. One of them is kind of like what happened in 2004, you know, the Eli Manning, Philip Rivers thing. Say, like the Redskins, a team that really wants Haskins, get a pick in front of the Giants, possibly like the Buccaneers or like the 49ers or something like that, trade away their pick. Do you think if they pick Haskins, would you draft the quarterback or a player that they really, really want and they really, really need besides Haskins, and possibly try to trade him to the Redskins, or would you pick another player?
All right, let me just go over the scenario again. Are you telling me Haskins is available at 6 in this scenario, or he was already picked?
He was already picked. Like, say the Redskins, they traded their pick and they got a pick before us.
Okay, they jumped up to 5 with the Bucs. They took Haskins. Yeah. Okay, what's the question?
Yeah. Would you try to get another quarterback or a player that they really wanted?
No. If Haskins is gone at 6, I am not even thinking about a quarterback. If it's me, I'm going either defense or offensive line with that 6th pick. I'm going defense.
I could agree with that, but how would you think how would you get a because quarterback's probably the biggest need you guys need for the team themselves in the future. Pretty much, you can't stick with Eli the whole entire for 25 other years. How would you get another quarterback? Like, I'm confused because if they do draft Kyler or they draft Haskins, would you possibly go if Drew Lock is still at 17? Would you go Drew Lock? Would you go Ryan Finley? What would you do
at 17? If I'm the GM, let's say everything breaks right. It's the 4th of July. We get Quinnen Williams at 6. At 17, the only quarterback I entertain there, assuming that Murray's already gone, he's definitely gone by then, and Haskins is gone.
Yeah.
Drew Lock's the only guy you could entertain there. I would not take Drew Lock at 17. But if they took him there, I'm not going to scream. At 17, I would still focus on defense or offensive tackle. If I'm taking a quarterback, I want to take a quarterback at 6. I want to take Haskins. That's who I personally would take if I'm going quarterback in the first round. If they don't go that route, if somebody falls in their lap like a Quinnen Williams, like I said, I continue to fix that defense with the 17th pick and even possibly the 37th.
I kind of disagree now because if Drew Lock is there, you're gonna go for him. But I wouldn't go defensive player. I would go for an offensive lineman, like if Dalton Reisner is there.
Oh, you can't go wrong there. I agree with that. I won't be at 17. Let's just say they get Quinnen Williams at 17. You could go Andre. You could go best available right tackle, whether that be Ford, Reisner, Dillard, or a cornerback too. You could go DeAndre Baker. You could go Greedy Williams. That's what's so great about taking a pass rusher with the 6th pick is it gives you the flexibility to do whatever the hell you want with the next 2 selections.
Yeah, I mean, the Giants are probably one of the most freaking confusing teams to draft for because you got so many needs on the team. You got defense needs. There's a lot of holes. Offense and quarterback. I mean, Gettleman. I don't even know how he's freaking had like 10 heart attacks by now. I mean, that dude should be dead. I mean, how are you supposed to pick a pick for them? I mean, that I wouldn't want to be a GM for them. Besides,
I think Chris Sinor is trolling the Giants right now. And yeah, the Giants have a lot of holes. Their defense is now they have a nice piece now in Jabril Peppers, a good young safety.
Yeah.
They added their offensive line. I think is much improved with the addition of Zeitler. They still need to get a right tackle. Their wide receivers are decent. Of course, Barkley's great. Their offense. Yeah. I don't expect them to really focus that much on the offense. The right tackle is really the only desperate need that they need coming out of this draft. It's going to be predominant, and obviously they could go quarterback, but it's going to be predominantly focused on, out of those 12 picks, I expect at least 8 to be defensive players in this year's draft.
Now, yeah, you got a lot of callers, and I'm gonna call it a day, but I got one more thing to say. Punch him in the dick.
All right, Sino, have a good one, my man. Oh, God, here we go. What do we got? Dark Demonic says, I can't read the chat. Yeah, the chat's getting a little crazy. This could be a prank call. I would say a 92% chance. It's an unknown person, but I'll take it. What's going on? You're on live.
Suck my ass.
He did a good job there. I think he said, suck my ass. That was good. What's going on? You're on live. Thank you for calling in.
Hello. Yeah, my name is Markel. Yeah, I love your channel, by the way. I've been since you began been watching your channel.
Oh, man, I appreciate that, buddy. Thank you so much for calling in, Markel. Always like getting to talk to new people, man. What's up, buddy?
Yeah, I'm with the 6th pick. I really want Haskins. That's what I really want. I mean, I see what people saying defense. We do need defense, but I just don't see how you don't address the quarterback position in the draft. I just don't. You know, I love Eli to death, but this is time to bring another person in. And plus, if they draft Daniel Jones, I'm breaking something because I do not.
I'll tell you, I hope you watch the stream on Thursday. If they take Daniel Jones, you're going to see me very upset. If they take Jones at 37, I won't be upset. I'll be like, all right, whatever. But if they take him at 6 or 17, I am going to be fuming. I'm going to be very upset. I don't think they will, but who knows? I mean, I still think deep down inside, because they've been very quiet on the Haskins front. I don't care what the experts say.
Yeah,
I still think
ESPN and all that.
Yeah, I still think deep down inside, Haskins is very much in play on Thursday.
And that's why I believe. And people would be like, oh, well, they're not talking about. Like, you watch some of these teams. Like, I don't know. He's not going to be like, oh, I'm so in love with Haskins. He know other teams behind him are just in need for quarterbacks. So he's not going to be like, oh, I'm so in love, and that's going to cause the Redskins or somebody to be like, okay, now we got to move up to get. Like, I don't know why people don't get that through it. Like, he's not going to be obvious. It's like people complain with Jay Reed. Oh, he's so obvious. He doesn't, you know what I mean? People already know who he's going after. But then when you got a GM that's actually throwing good smoke screens, it's like people complaining. It's like, what do you want? And if anything shows you that you can't believe what he says is the Odell Beckham. He has said endless times that he's part of the team, we signed him, traded him, and the next you know he got rid of him. So you really can't. It's the week of the draft. You can't believe nothing.
Right. Yeah, I mean, exactly. I will say, though, last year, Gettleman didn't hide anything. He said, Barkley's, touched by the hand of God. He's the best player in the draft, and he ended up taking him. So, but it's a little bit different of a situation. Like, last year, he knew going into that draft he's getting Saquon Barkley because,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
You had the second overall pick, too, so you really wasn't too many teams that could jump in front of you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Nobody was going to jump the Giants for a running back with all those quarterbacks in last year's draft. So he pretty much knew Barkley was going to be a Giant last year going into the draft. This year, he has no idea. So why in the hell would he give away who he favors to take? It's really a guessing game at this point. It really is. But I am kind of really on the fence that the Cardinals are not going to take Kyler Murray. I've been leaning that way now for a couple of weeks, and now these recent reports really put me over the top that I don't think they're taking Kyler Murray, and that adds another element to the Giants' pick at 6 potentially.
I don't, but I don't know, maybe this is not, I saw something, and I saw the video you know how they do, like, the hype videos, like, before the season and everything, and someone pointed out that they didn't have Josh Rosen in there at all, and my thing is, if he's your franchise quarterback, wouldn't you think he'd be in a hype video?
The one thing I will say, though, and I saw that as well, Rosen, I didn't read it, somebody told me about it. Rosen got the playbook today or something like that. Like, it came out on Twitter or something that he got the Cardinals gave him the playbook or whatever. Something like that.
Yeah.
I got to read more into it. But, I don't know. I really don't know. My theory is this. I think that they wanted to give this, not illusion, because they may have taken Murray had it worked out, but they wanted it out there that they were interested in Murray so people knew Rosen might be available. And if they didn't get the right price, they were going to pull back, and maybe they still will get the right price for Rosen, but if they don't, my guess is they stick with Rosen and they don't draft Murray.
Stick with Rosen. Yeah, I mean, I think the Cardinals. I think they'd be. I don't know. I just don't think you just don't give up on their quarterback. You traded up last year to get.
It doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't make sense. It never made sense. It doesn't. It never made sense to me.
I definitely would be chiming in on Thursday night for the draft.
Yeah. Oh man, I'm looking forward to it.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you for taking my call. I know you got some other people that want to talk and stuff.
Yeah, man. No, of course, man. Thank you for calling in. Thank you for being a great part of the channel.
Thank you. You too. Have a good night.
All right, buddy. The Cardinals are very dysfunctional. That's for damn sure. Oh, I think we got Cushman on the line, maybe.
No, it's
Hello?
Tiana. Hello?
Hello?
Oh, this
Hello?
is Angel Gonzalez.
Oh, hold on. Oh, I think I got 2 people on the line at once.
Oh.
Yeah, I think I hit the. You know what? I'm gonna hang up. You guys are gonna have to call back in. I don't know how to undo that. I'm sorry about that, guys. Actually, now I think he hung up. I think it's just Cushman now. All right, never mind. They'll get back in. What's going on? You're on live. Thank you for calling in.
Hello, this is Adrian Gonzalez.
What's going on? You were quick.
Yeah. Oh, hey, so I have a scenario for the Giants. Let's say, give me your opinion on who you want at 6, 17, and 37.
In a perfect world, because I mean, at 6 in a perfect world, we get Josh Allen or Quinnen Williams. In a perfect world.
All right.
At 17, if we were to get one of those two players, I would want a top tier offensive lineman to fall to us, like a Cody Ford or an Andre Dillard. And then at 37, and you know what? No, I take that back. I want a top tier corner, and then I want a Dalton Risner at 37 in a perfect world. So something like Quinnen Williams, DeAndre Baker, Byron Murphy, or Greedy Williams at 17, and then a Dalton Risner at 37. If that happened on draft night, I am happier than ever. I mean, that would be amazing, in my opinion, if that happened.
Well, you and me have two different perfect worlds. My perfect world with 6, 17, and 37, Haskins at 6.
I'm I like Haskins. I'll be very happy if they take Haskins. I'm not,
Haskins at 6, and we need pass rush. We run a 3-4 defense where we have linebackers coming off the edge. All right, who's the best linebacker coming off the edge in this year's draft? Devin Bush. Devin Bush at 17.
Well, Devin Bush is more of a middle linebacker, isn't he? I mean, I know he's got speed. He's got speed. I mean, a pure pass rusher, if you're looking for a pure pass rusher, you're looking more at like the best guy is Josh Allen.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, Josh Allen, Montez Sweat, guys like that, Clay and Farrell.
All right.
I like Devin Bush a lot, though. Devin Bush, to me, is a guy they could certainly look at 17, and it's a guy that has not been talked about a lot.
Yes, I know we had him the Giants brought him in for a 2-day visit. I mean, I seemed like he liked what he saw there, and I mean, I wouldn't be mad if we draft Bush at 17. Well, the thing is, I don't want a lineman at 17 because like an offensive tackle, because this year's draft is stacked with offensive tackles. You can probably find an average offensive tackle in late round 3 or early round 4, in my opinion.
So you don't even want him to go offensive tackle at 37?
Well, and then let me finish that off at 37. In my opinion, I say AJ Brown is the guy. Maybe if you're not in love with enough offensive tackle and you still have AJ Brown on the board, why not take him? I mean, we have a hole at outside receiver. I mean, Cody Latimer, he's good, but I don't think he can play the role.
No, they could certainly use an upgrade on the outside, but I don't think it's one of our biggest needs at this point. I'm not gonna be 37 if they take a wide receiver. If AJ Brown is there, I'm not gonna be upset about that. I don't understand the pick, but I just think right tackle is a much bigger pressing need at this point. Much more important.
Yeah.
Much more important.
Okay.
But I mean, it depends who's there. I mean, if Dalton Risner is not there, and you want to take AJ Brown over Greg Little or Kajust, I'm not gonna get on you for that.
And I want to ask you another question. If we decide I know we need DB help. I don't think we need help at the defensive back position at safety, but at corner, we need help because you have Janoris Jenkins, Sam Bill. We need that other guy. We need that slot or corner number 2 because we can't. Because teams are now having dual threat receivers that it's going to be hard to cover. You can't just have one guy, one-on-ones. You're going to have to have, sometimes double teams or over the top with the safeties, like Jabril Peppers.
Yeah. No, I agree with you. I've been saying that now. Once they got the 17th overall pick, I was like, I might strongly consider going corner at 17. We need a corner, especially after this year. I don't think Janoris Jenkins will be back. And if they really like a corner at 17, go for it. That's in my opinion.
I wouldn't be upset.
They could also go with a Sin, Rocky Sin, who's probably my favorite name in this year's draft, at 37 if he fell. He's a good cornerback. There's a few other guys, but I could certainly see them going corner with one of their first 3 picks.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I know there's other people that I want to talk to, and I just want to say thank you for answering my call.
You got it, man.
And
You got it, man.
it.
Thank you for the great questions. Thank you for calling in and supporting the channel.
Thank you.
All right, buddy. Have a good one. Chase Winovich at 37, certainly a possibility. Next call, you're on live. Thank you for calling in. Who is this?
Hi, Chris. How you doing?
I think I know who this is, and usually Bobby calls in before the number's even posted. He's usually my first caller.
Well, I tried.
And
before me.
And before you ask me, Bobby, I'm just going to tell you already.
Yeah.
I know you're going to ask me because you ask me every show. I did not see Mr. Softy today. Did not see him.
Right, you told me in the football thing you were playing with that young kid, Big Blue.
Yes. No, I did not see Mr. Softy.
I want to shout out to the 3 young guys in this chat with us. They are awesome. Chris Sonor, Big Blue, and Nations.
Oh, great kids.
They are aren't they great?
Great kids.
I mean, they know their sports. These kids are unbelievable.
Now, I got a question for you, Bobby, before we keep going.
Yeah.
Would you ever want? I got to talk to Mark Israel. You know, the original jerk off, your best friend. Would you ever want to get on a 3-way call, and hash things out?
Yes, I will. Yeah, I'm not shy.
Okay.
You know I'm not shy.
I think we're gonna have to figure that out. Because you two, I think we need some love in the air. You guys have been fighting a lot lately.
And you could be what's his name from Chicago. You could be what's his name? The talk show guy from Chicago. What's his name?
Yeah, I don't know who you're talking about, but I'll be the moderator. I'll be the moderator.
Yeah, you could be the moderator. Yeah. Okay, that's good. And then Mr. Bad Dog likes that guy. What's his name?
I don't know
Kyle
who you.
Murray.
I know he likes Kyle Murray. But what did you want to talk about, Bobby?
He wants him.
What did you want to talk about?
If the Cardinals don't get him, what do you think they're going to go for?
Real quick, guys, by the way, GC is a great subscriber of mine. Do not put him in timeout.
Yeah.
Whoever put him in timeout, do not put him in timeout, please. But go ahead, Bobby.
If the Cardinals don't pick up Kyle Murray, who do you think they'll pick up?
If the Cardinals don't pick up Kyler Murray, I think that they would go with... I'm leaning Bosa, but they could go Quinnen Williams. I don't think they would, I don't think they would go Josh Allen, but I think they'd either go Bosa or Quinnen Williams.
Did you ever hear of John Bosa?
Who?
Who used to play for Miami Dolphins?
Okay.
I used to live with him in Keene, New Hampshire. I know him very well.
What do you mean?
He lives in Florida now.
What do you mean you lived with him? You guys lived in the same house?
No,
the same
we
room?
lived in Keene.
Did you sleep together?
We talked to him. No, we didn't sleep together. We were friends. I don't fly that way. God, I don't fly that way. I like women. You know.
Hey, Bobby, I don't know. I don't know, man. Everybody's entitled to their own preferences.
No, I'm not like Cushman. Cushman, the crazy guy. I'm not like him.
Oh, okay.
He'd probably go for it.
Yeah.
I'm not like him.
Yeah. Okay.
And then I want the Giants. You think the Giants would pick the quarterback up from Ohio State?
Do I think the Giants would pick up the quarterback from Ohio State? I think you're talking about Haskins, of course.
Yeah, Haskins. I'm sorry.
Who knows what to think at this point? I would be happy if they took Haskins. I'm still laughing because of what people are saying in the chat. I'd be happy if they took Haskins, but I know that there's a lot of other ways they can go. If Quinnen Williams or Josh Allen is there, they have to go with that guy, regardless, in my opinion. Regardless.
Yeah. But are you surprised with these 3 kids? I like these 3 kids, aren't they? Awesome.
Oh, they're great. They're great. Great.
Doesn't Chris Sonor and Big Blue sound like a little bit?
Well, they're both little kids. They're both like 12, 13 years old. Great kids. And
I know. They sound like brothers or something.
They do.
I hope my friend
One thing I'll say about you, Bobby. One thing I'll say about you. I don't think anybody sounds like your brother. Your voice is very distinct.
Oh, yeah, I know. Jerry Lewis's voice.
Yeah, it stands out. Me. Like, I know instantly when you call me. You have a beautiful voice.
Yeah. Oh, thank you very much. You do, too.
Well, thank you so much, Bobby.
So I hope my friend calls in tonight.
Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait till Mark Israel calls in tonight.
Yeah, let's see what he does to try to imitate me tonight. Let's see what he says. And if he does make fun at me, I'm going to call in later, okay?
All right, Bobby, we're going to have to hash this out, but thank you
when
for...
it gets slower, I mean, when it gets slower. Okay?
Thank you for calling in.
Talk to you soon.
All
Sorry
right.
it took me too long to get on.
No, Bobby, don't worry about it. Thank you for the call, buddy.
Okay, bye now.
All right, that was Bobby from Vermont. He's an absolute lunatic. What's going on? You're on live. Thank you for calling in.
How do you feel about the Giants going Cody Ford 6th overall?
Who is this, by the way? I always like to know who I'm talking to.
Chris.
Chris. Okay, Chris. How do I feel about the Giants taking... All right, I'm going to say this could be a prank. Usually when people only tell me their first name or they don't tell me their chat name, probably a prank. But I'll roll with it until you prank me. Cody Ford at 6th overall won't happen. No chance. They're not going to go Cody Ford. If they're going to go an offensive lineman, it would be Jonah Williams or Jawan Taylor.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome. You have a great night. That was obviously a prank, and he got nervous there because I called him out for it. But thank you for calling in. Thank you for attempting to prank call and then getting shy. What's going on? What's going on? You're on live. Thank you for calling in.
Oh, hey, I'm a big Giants fan, but guess what? You want to talk?
There goes that guy. What's going on? You're on live. Thank you for calling in. This is going well. A lot of lunatics tonight. What's going on? You're on live. Thank you for calling in.
I want you to take a guess who this is, Chris.
This is the movie critic.
Damn, how did you know?
Because your voice is very distinct. You sound like an absolute lunatic. What's up, buddy?
Oh, yeah. I am a lunatic.
What's up?
How's everything going?
It's going good. We got the drafts up in a couple of days, and can't wait, man. That's what we're talking about tonight. I know you're a Giant fan. And a big supporter of my channel, so I appreciate you calling in. What's up?
Of course, yes. So, if you don't think they're taking Haskins, who do you think they're going to take?
If they're not taking Haskins, who do I think they're going to take? It depends who's there. I mean, at the end of the day, I don't think Devin White's going to be there. I think Devin White is absolutely going to the Bucs. I really, it depends who's there, but Ed Oliver, I think, is a possibility. If the consensus top 5 that most people thought a week ago is off the board, that meaning Kyle Murray in the top 4 defensive players, Devin White, Josh Allen, blah, 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 blah. Everybody knows at this point. But they could go anywhere. They could, unless some of those top-tier guys drop. They go Rashawn Gary. They go Montez Sweat. They go Ed Oliver. They go Calais Farrell. They could go Jawan Taylor. They could go anywhere with that pick. They really can.
Yeah, I think... I kind of want Arizona to go with Kyler Murray because if they don't, then, we have more defensive ends to take if they do go Kyler Murray. That's just what I think.
By the way, they're saying there's no sound because that's the thing that they do to the movie critic. I know there's sound. I can see the sound bar. The mic, too, is going crazy whenever the movie critic talks. I know there's sound. But movie critic, go ahead.
Yeah. Well, what is up with that, by the way? How did that become a thing?
I don't know. I just rolled with it. I went into your stream. I saw them doing it. I said, oh, this is fun. Let's just roll with it. But they're just kidding me. They're just showing you some love.
Yeah, I know they're kidding, but it's like, okay, can you tell me something else after a while, That's the only thing. I have no problem with those guys.
Yeah.
They all support my channel, so I like them. What was I going to say? Who do you have the Jets taken, by the way, in the 3rd pick?
I think Josh Allen's the perfect fit there for them. If he's there, the Jets could certainly trade down. If Kyler Murray does not go 1st overall, and I could see the Jets attempting to trade down for a team to either move up and get Murray or Haskins. I think of any of the top 5 teams, I think the Jets are the most likely to try to trade down because they don't have a 2nd-round pick.
Yeah.
But if they stand pat, either Bosa or Josh Allen, who's ever there at 3.
Yeah. So I'm guessing you're going to be covering the draft. Is it on your channel or Bad Dogs or whose channel?
It's going to be on my channel. Bad Dog will be on my channel on Thursday.
Oh, I see it.
I'm going to have a lot of draft coverage. I'm going to have the draft. I'm going to be streaming the draft Thursday. I may even have a pre-draft show because I'm off that day. I took off the day. So early, like 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, I may have like a 2 or 3 hour call-in show. Going to be streaming the whole 1st round. Then in between, I'm off Friday also. I'm going to be doing a day show for that to recap the 1st round, preview the 2nd and 3rd round, and then stream the 2nd and 3rd round as well. So a lot of content's going to be on the page for those 2 days.
Man, yeah, I see that. Do you have your tickets for Avengers yet, or still not yet?
No.
I have to ask that.
Haven't even thought about the movies right now. Haven't even thought. What's going on, Darnell? Thank you for tuning in the stream, buddy. But anything else, my man?
Yeah. One last question before I go. Would you be upset if the Giants took Daniel Jones? I'd be upset, but would you be upset if they took Daniel Jones at 17?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah,
very upset. Very upset. I don't hate Daniel Jones. I just don't think he's a first-round talent.
Yeah, there's a lot of rumors saying that the Giants may take him, and I hope that's not true. I would rather have Haskins at 6 than Daniel Jones at 17. What do you think?
Oh, yeah. You know how much I like Haskins. I would much rather have Haskins at 6 than Jones at 17.
Exactly. Yeah, I agree. Anyway, I know you got a lot of callers tonight. I just want to keep it brief, and I just want to say love everything you're doing, and keep up the good work, man. I see you're working your ass off.
I appreciate the call, Movie Critic, man. Thank you for supporting my channel. And anybody that's not done so, if you like movies, going over, I'm sure I'll be in the chat going over and check out the Movie Critic. But thank you for the call.
Yeah, thanks for the shout-out. Take care, man.
All right, buddy. All right. Let's take the next call here. What's going on? You're on live. Thank you for calling in. It sounds like this guy might be burying a body in the back of his truck. Hello. In 3, 2, and 1, and you're gone. Sounds like he was burying somebody. We might have been witnessing some criminal activity. What's going on? You're on live. Thank you for calling in.
Hey, sexy white chocolate.
Isaiah is in the house. My man. What's going on, Isaiah? How you been, buddy?
Nothing much, Chris. Let me just first and foremost say you're the sexiest beast I know. Next time Chris, thank you like an avocado. Don't worry.
What's up, my man? How you doing? I love Isaiah. What's up, buddy?
Nothing much, man. I'm just Chris. I want to say if you're not subscribed to Chris, you're an idiot. This man is doing great work. Chris, you're doing a great job. I'm proud of you. I love you, brother. The draft is going to be big. I expect you to get over 1,000 people in it because it's going to be big.
I hope so, man. I hope so, man. That would be amazing. I just can't. I've never done this. I'm excited. You know, it's just such a cool experience to get to. I'm going to get to experience with so many Giants fans. It's going to be so cool. I can't wait. It's going to be a lot of fun, and I plan on doing the same thing for the NBA draft, so that should be fun as well.
Yeah, can't wait. But yeah, man, let's talk Giants. Listen, first I wanted to say Max Kellerman is a damn idiot. I'm tired of him, with this end all be all if we don't get a quarterback, it's the end. I'm just tired of the way he talks about the Giants. He's not a real fan. Listen, if we don't get a quarterback, we're completely fine. We're completely fine. This is a defensive draft anyway. Listen, if we get Haskins, I'll be happy. If we don't, I'm not mad. Hopefully, if we don't get Haskins, I'm hoping we get Quentin Williams somehow falls that far, which I doubt. Or we maybe get up Josh Allen. But, I'm not the biggest fan of – how do you feel about Oliver? Do you like him?
I like Oliver. Yeah, I do. I prefer those other guys you just said. But I have him ranked 5th on defense. I have Bosa, Allen, Quentin Williams, and Devin White above him. I would have Oliver 5th.
Yeah, I can see that. Like I said, man, if we don't pick a quarterback, man, we're completely fine. Did you see the video of Eli Manning slinging it?
I did, and I'll tell you, it seems like they're putting in extra work this offseason. It's kind of, and I'm not expecting this. I don't want people to take this out of context, but it is kind of reminiscent of the year that they won that Super Bowl in 2011 when they had crews come in and everybody was practicing with Eli months before they had to be, and they were putting in that work. And Eli seems like he's very determined this offseason, and we'll see. Hopefully it pays off. And
you know what, Chris, what pisses me off with people is that people don't understand. I don't think the kids understand Giants football. This feels like 07 when we 06 when we lost. We lost Tiki Barber, and Tiki Barber ripped Eli. And not saying Odell Beckham is ripping Eli, but everybody's ripping Eli, and look what we did. We won a Super Bowl. I'm not saying we're going to win a Super Bowl, but I mean, my God, we got draft picks. Our schedule is not that hard. I wouldn't be shocked if we went 10-6. I wouldn't be shocked.
I'm not gonna pick that, but I don't think it's an impossibility like some people may think. I'm gonna make my prediction on the record after the draft, see what they do. But I don't think the Giants are as bad as some people are making them out to be. I don't.
No, I agree with you. Cause it's really, listen, if we went all defense in this draft and picked up like an old lineman in the second round, Chris, I believe it. If they pick up some defense and get some old line and get them trenches right, I wouldn't pick against the Giants. I really wouldn't.
I like the optimism, man. And Ernesto in the chat told me to ask you if Sim's gonna be on tonight.
I don't know. Sim's been he kind of been spotty with the streams tonight. I don't really know. He may. Listen. Black people got telepaths, so I can ask him later.
All right.
Hey, Chris. I know you got a lot of people. I love you, brother. I'm on for when you do the draft. You're doing your great thing, man. Listen, Chris. I'm gonna spank you. I'm gonna spank you good next time.
Hey, man, you know what? If you do what you got to do next time I see you. If you got to do it, you got to do it. But thank you so much for calling in, Isaiah. Thank you for being a great supporter.
Thank you.
All right,
yeah,
buddy.
man.
All right, buddy. Have a good one. All right. Next on the line, what's going on? You're on live. Thank you for calling in.
Hi, my name is Daniel, and I have some questions about what they should do at QB.
Okay, Daniel, what's going on?
Did you see the odds on Kyler Murray going first?
I did not.
They were, I think, under 2,500. So do you think that changes your mind on if he's a lock?
When you say under, you mean 2.5 to 1?
No, 25.
You're saying that the odds are that 25 to 1 that he's going to be the first pick?
Or the other way, like if you bet 2,500, you collect 100 if he goes first.
Oh, so basically an overwhelming favorite to be going number 1 overall. And that's as of today after those reports came out?
Yeah.
Wow. Listen, man, I don't go by odds. I go by what I feel. I'm not saying that he won't be number 1. But I don't think it's a slam dunk like a lot of people have been saying for weeks. If the Cardinals can't get a good price for Rosen, I think they still may go through with it, but I think they'd be stupid, to be completely honest with you. I think they'd be dumb.
I agree, and I also think the Giants shouldn't take Haskins, and I'm an Ohio State fan, and I watched all his games. I just don't think he's cut out.
Listen, man, a lot of people feel that way. A lot of people feel that he's inexperienced, that he played in an Urban Meyer system, and he's he's wet behind the ears, and everybody's entitled to their opinion. The things I like about Haskins, one, I think he has a really good arm. I think he's accurate. I think he throws a good deep ball, and I think he's very intelligent. When you watch him, I've watched several films of him breaking down film. The guy's a very intelligent quarterback. And he's my type of quarterback. I like a big-bodied guy with an arm. He has enough mobility to extend plays like a Ben Roethlisberger. But I get some of the knocks in him. I get why people don't love him.
Yeah. I watched the Washington film again a few days ago, and I don't think he looked like good enough to be a great starter. But I did like what I saw from Byron Murphy.
I like Byron Murphy a lot. Definitely a possibility at 17.
Yeah, I think they need to go edge at 6, whether it's Burns, Farrell, Oliver, or I guess Oliver's D-line, but they need a defensive lineman at 6. I think they have to get a corner at 17 because it drops off really steeply after the top 3, and I think a good O-lineman will be there at 37.
Yeah, I think Adult Reisner could be there at 37. I think a little, or probably one of those two. One of those two will be there at 37. Who knows? Maybe a Cody Ford drops. I very much doubt that. But I think Reisner's a possibility at 37 for sure. People are saying it's lagging. People are saying it's lagging. I get the point. I cannot control if it's lagging or not, guys. You can write lag all day. That is not going to fix the problem, so I'm sorry. But go ahead.
And what do you think of Titus Howard? Is that a reach at the second round, and is it a good pick in round 3?
Titus Howard, I've seen him be a guy that a lot of people have said that could potentially be a third-round pick for the New York Giants. Another guy I like is Benagu. I think that's how you pronounce it, Ben Benagu?
Yeah, from TCU.
Yeah, he's a guy that I like in the 3rd or 4th round potentially. He had an unbelievable combine, and I know he's a project. But he had an unbelievable combine, very high ceiling, he's a boomer bust player, but I think he's a guy that maybe you take a shot on in the later rounds if he's available.
Do you think the Giants will try and trade up any of their picks to another second or another third rounder?
I think they have to. I think they'd be foolish not to with all those late round picks they have between rounds 4 and 7. I think they should couple them and at least try to get an additional third round pick. Maybe use that back end third and some later picks. Try to move back up into the back end of the second. But with all those picks, yeah, I think they need to.
And do you think that there's a good late round wideout they should target?
Do I think there's a good late? Yeah, well, I mean the sexy name everybody hears is Isabella. Isabella, I don't think will get past. He may get to the third, but I don't think he gets to the back end of the third. To be honest with you, I haven't done a ton of research on wide receivers. Isabella's the one guy that I liked. There could be a third round pick that I did research on. I know a lot about the top tier guys, but like guys that they could potentially take in the second round. I haven't done a lot of research because I don't view the wide receiver position as a big need for the Giants. So I didn't do a ton of research on like later round prospects.
All right. Thank you. Have a good night.
You got it, my man. Thank you for the call. As we're waiting for the next caller. Thank you for the call, my man. I may stream and out. What's going on? You're on live. Thank you for calling in.
Big Vital here, and I'm here to say Bobby has a diaper dandy for Johnny Bosa, baby. Oh, Mr. Salty delivers. Up and away, Dixie Doo, Buckaroo.
Joe Musa is in the chat, on the phone rather, and always comes with that great Dick Vitale impersonation. What's going on, Musa? How you doing, buddy?
It's not Musa, it's Dick Vitale. Where's Bobby? I got you, Mr. Salty, right here, Bobby.
I think we need to get a 3-way call with Dick Vitale, Bobby from Vermont, and the original jerk-off, Mark Israel.
We need to get them together, baby. We need to get us all together, baby. Nice threesome going on, baby. I'll change all their diaper dandies, baby.
I swear to God, you sound just like Dick Vitale. It is uncanny. It is amazing. It is unbelievable.
I was trying to create an account on YouTube called Dick Vitale, but the profile picture I was going to use was
Rover's dad.
Spencer's dad, but it wouldn't let me upload it. So I was like, "Fuck, man."
Oh God! To anybody that does not know the story, Bobby from Vermont called in to Spencer, Rover Sports' show, and Spencer's dad was on the show, but Bobby from Vermont thought that he was Dick Vitale. So Bobby was going around all of YouTube into every call-in show telling everyone that he was on Rover Sports and he talked to Dick Vitale. He was convinced of it, but it was actually Rover's father. To anybody that does not know the story, but go ahead, Joe.
Funny, man. I've watched that at least 5 or 6 times. And they were trying to tell him it's his dad, but I think Bobby was talking over him. And as Bobby said, "Oh, is that Dick Vitale?" He was talking over him, so they just agreed. They were like, "Yeah, it's Dick Vitale." That's unbelievable, man. It's unbelievable.
Man, that was amazing. That Bobby is a legend. Bobby is a YouTube legend. He will always be a classic caller. I love Bobby.
Of course. So wait, I want to ask you, what made you come up with that nightly midnight show? You did it twice, right?
No, but basically what happened was I was calling a Met
But you did it twice, right?
Yeah, well, this is what happened. I was calling a Met game.
The first time I put you on, and it was during like the middle of it, and I'm like, is he fucking high? Like, what the fuck is he doing? The only thing I could think of, honestly, was either your neighbors or your sister was sleeping, so that's why you were doing that.
That's what happened. I was calling the Met game. Met game went to extra innings, and it was like midnight. It was like 11:30, 11:45, and I didn't want to piss off the neighbors, so I said I'm gonna end it. And the people in the chat said you got to keep going, just whisper. So I started whispering, and they thought it was funny, and then it just broke into a nonsense stream. And then a bunch of my subscribers missed it, so I'm like, all right, I'll do it one more time tomorrow night. And I acted like a moron one more night, and that was that.
Wow. All right. What do you? So I heard Jaguars trading for Jets third overall pick and giving them Ramsey.
So the Jets get Jalen Ramsey. So the Jets.
I don't know.
The Jets would give up the third overall pick and get nothing. Did they get the 7th back?
No, they were saying just number 1 for Ramsey straight up. See, if it was Ramsey and the number 7, I'd do it in a heartbeat.
Oh no, the Jets can't do that trade. Jets can't do that trade.
Right?
No. Can't do that trade. You stay pat. You
now
take Josh
they're all-
Allen. Take Josh Allen.
I know, but I'm also hearing that they're interested in Oliver.
I've read that too. I've read the Jets.
Why would you take Oliver at 3 over these guys?
If I'm the Jets and I like Oliver, I'm looking to trade back. I'm doing everything I can to trade back to where the Giants are, where the Jaguars are, and take Oliver there.
No.
But at 3, they can't take Oliver. They can't. They'd be crazy.
I don't like that.
Yeah.
If they better get Josh Allen. My order would be Josh Allen, Bosa, and then Williams. I know yours is reversed. It's the opposite.
I've got Williams, Allen, Bosa. Actually, I've got Bosa 3rd.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but for the Jets specifically, I would have Allen, Bosa, Williams. And Dallas, thank you so much, Central Coast Climber. He says Ramsey ain't going anywhere. He says he's a Jaguar fan. Thank you so much for the super chat. But for the Jets, I think that Josh Allen is perfect for your team. He fits that outside linebacker pass rusher role beautifully. He'd be perfect for the Giants, too. We both run the 3-4. But if I was a Jets fan, I would want Josh Allen.
You know what? They've been pissing me off for 34 years. I know they're going to fuck up. They're going to trade back, and they're just going to pick up a bunch of schmucks. McCagnon's the worst after the first round.
Yeah,
He's the worst.
I mean, it's the same thing with Jerry Reese. He was the worst after the first round. I know a lot of Jet fans do not like McCagnon, and a lot of Jet fans didn't like your head coach either. So McCagnon might be on a short leash. If the Jets don't do well this year, after all the noise they made, I could see them moving on. If they do bad this year, if they go like 6-10.
I just want the draft here, man.
Oh, I can't wait. It's only 3 days away. It's going to be here before you know it.
So, wait, I know you answered, Bobby, but I wasn't listening. Is it going to be, the draft going to be on yours or Bad Dogs?
Yeah, Bad Dogs going to be on my chat. Basically, I'll give you, Wednesday we're going to be on Bad Dogs, the night before the draft. We're going to do one last show before the draft. Typical hour show, whatever. Thursday on my channel, and I may have like a midday, because I'm off that day. So at like 12 o'clock, I may have a call-in show, because I figure a lot of people are probably going to take off that day for the draft. So I'll probably have like a call-in show at like 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock for 2-3 hours. And then we'll be live at about 7:30 before the draft, do the whole first round. And then between days 1 and 2, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to have a call-in show recapping the whole first round, previewing the second round, and then doing the same thing on Friday night.
Gotcha. The only problem is I think I'm going to have to stick with JC on this one.
I hear you, but dude, you're a Jets fan.
On Thursday because he's a Jets fan.
Yeah,
and,
you're a Jets fan.
I'm going to go back and forth with you guys, but I'm going to stick with JC, and then with you, I'll just go back and I'll rewind it after the Jets.
Yeah, or you can go, you can hang out with JC when the Jets, and then when the Giants are about to come up, you come by, you hang out with us, and you go back to JC.
I mean, you're more entertaining, but I got to stick with JC.
No, you're a Jet. JC's
I
great,
green,
man.
Baby. I believe green.
I would never want to take anyone away from JC. I love JC, man. All right, man. Thank you so much for the call,
All right.
man. I appreciate it.
So, I just want to say, stand up, Jet fans.
Stand up, Joe Musa. Thank you so much for the call, Joe
That
Musa.
is so. You whispering in my ear is so fucking weird. Have a good night, bro.
All right, Joe, have a good one. All right. Let's get this call out of the way. I already know who this lunatic is. This is Cushman. What's going on, Cushman? How you doing, my man?
No, it's Deanna Miller.
Yep. Okay, Cushman, what's up?
Okay. Sorry, I just needed to do that. But anyway, so what I wanted to talk about is I had something else, but I just remembered one thing. I saw one thing where a ton of teams have taken Montez Sweat off their draft board, and that there's a possibility that a lot of people think he'll slip to the second round.
Montez Sweat? I've read a couple things that some teams have been scared off with the heart condition. I don't expect him to go to the second round. He could go, maybe he gets past the Giants at 17. I don't think he would get past the Giants at 17 if he was there, depending on who falls. But I think Montez Sweat fits the Giants' defense really well. I'm a fan of taking Sweat at 17 if he's there. I'm a fan of it. Not at 6.
Yeah, I agree, but I just wanted to ask if you thought we could. Sorry, just got something stuck in my throat. If we could get him at 37, which I didn't think either. Because I think like a team like the 49ers, who, by the way, have shown no interest in Montez Sweat, would have taken him at I believe 30. When do they pick 33?
Yeah, 33. 33 or 34.
Yeah. So I think that. So like, I didn't know, but I saw a report that said that like many like analysts or like inside people think that it's a possibility that he'll slip to the second round.
Yeah, we'll see. I doubt it. I think he'll be a first-round pick. He may drop to the 20s, though. But we'll see. A lot of people in the chatter are talking about you there, Christian. A lot of people like you a lot. A lot of people are saying nice things about you in the chat. Yeah, you're gonna have to go back and look, but they really.
I've heard I have a charming personality.
You're a fan favorite. The chat really is enjoying this call. But anything else, my man?
I had something else, but it's starting to slip off my mind. If I can't remember in like 10 seconds, I'll hang up.
Okay, 10, 9, 8.
Yeah, I can't remember.
All right,
I might call. If you'll take second-time callers at some point, I remember I might try to call in, but I can't remember, or I'll just like DM you on Twitter about it.
Sounds good, buddy. Thank you so much for the call.
All right, see ya.
All right, my man. All right. Next caller, what's going on? You're on live. Thank you for calling in.
Can you hear me? Am I coming through?
You are coming through. You sound beautiful. Who is this?
My name's Jonathan. I'm from New York.
Before I take you, I just want to say thank you to Cody Snyder for the super chat. Means a lot. Thank you so much. What's going on, Jonathan? How you doing, my man?
Well, I heard about this local, you know, the whole controversy about the Redskins' names and everything. And I heard this local petition to rename them, actually, to the what was it, Washington Porch Monkey.
Nigger.
Sorry about that. It took me I was trying to hang up. I knew the guy was a jerk off, but I was trying to hang up and I missed the button like 3 times. What's going on? You're on live. Thank you for calling in.
What's good, brother? Hey, my name's Hunjo, and I wanted to talk about the draft, specifically the Ravens.
Okay.
Do you have any thoughts? Or basically, what I want to say was the whole idea about building a team around Lamar Jackson and then getting rid of the D-line, terrible move by the company. I mean, honestly.
Right.
Second of all, if they're going to draft somebody, it needs to be a nigger.
We're just getting stupid people at this point. I'm not going to react to it because when I react to it, they get off to it. These guys jerk off to that. You know, like when they see me react to them acting like racist and retards, they go back into their rooms and they masturbate all over themselves. What's going on? You're on live. Thank you for calling in.
Hi. So I wanted to talk about a football team that's been really close to me, and that is that'd be the New York Knicks.
That was good. That was good call. What's going on? You're on live. Thank you for calling in.
Hello.
All right, this show just got retarded. And they're calling all in from different area codes. It's just getting stupid. One was a 631, one was a 209, one was a 346. You're getting stupid people. What's going on? You're on live. Thank you for calling in.
Hello? Hey, what's up, man? All right, so look, I have a bit of a story for you, all right? So look, and it's also a question. So I work at a pizza place, okay?
What's going on? You're on live. Thank you for calling in.
What's up, Chris? It's your chest moss brother.
What's going on, Nick Howard? How you doing, my man? How you doing?
Oh, I'm good. You?
You know, I'm dealing with a bunch of jerk-offs tonight. But what's up, my man?
Oh, nothing much. I saw that. I've been laughing at these trolls, but I figured I'd give you a call from a regular.
Yeah. It's nice to talk to somebody who's actually, you know, wants to talk football. But what's up, my man?
Oh, nothing much. Just like I said, calling in to kind of break the trend of the trolls, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a quick trigger tonight, guys. So if I hang up on a regular caller, I apologize, but I'm not gonna hear the bullshit that these guys are spewing. What's up, my man?
Oh, nothing much. Just curious, man. We're getting closer to the draft. What are you leaning towards?
Amazing Rocha, thank you so much for that. He says, Chris, 209 was me. I can't hear you. Okay, 209, I'll answer that, Amazing Rocha, when you call in. I'm sorry, real quick, what were you asking now? What about the draft?
I'm curious on what you think your Giants are going to do or what you want them to do.
Haskins or a defensive player at 6. Haskins or a defensive player at 6.
Oh yeah.
That's what I want. I don't want an offensive tackle. Murray, if he falls, as I've said, I'm not gonna be upset. But quarterback or defense at 6. Don't trade up. Do not trade up under any circumstances.
Yeah, I think they really like White, and if he's gone before their pick, I think they're going to trade back and get an additional pick next year, or maybe even.
I read that on ESPN.
A second and a third.
I read that on ESPN today that they said, and I think it was just a guy's opinion. I don't even think it was a guy that had like inside information with the Giants. I think it was just a guy's opinion that said that Devin White at 6 and Drew Lock at 17. I read that.
I don't think you guys should go. I don't think Locke or Jones should be picked in the first round.
I don't mind locking the back end of the first, but I agree. Not at 17. I wouldn't want him.
I still think you guys might go like Stidham or Finley like later on in the draft.
You could see them waiting until like round 4 and taking a Finley.
Yeah, or I think Stidham would be perfect. Like kind of he's almost like Eli.
Yeah, me personally, if they're going to go a quarterback, I want them to commit. I want them to take one early in the draft and build the team around them. I don't want them to do, like last year they did that with Laletta, and it was kind of a wasted draft pick. We could have used that pick on something else. If they're going to try to draft a quarterback, I want them to go all in. You know, I don't want them to beat around the bush. Go all in and take your guy if they're going to do that.
Yeah.
You know, but I get the theory, though.
What's that, my man?
No, I get the theory because you're not risking much if you take him in the 4th round. If it doesn't work out, you just cut the guy the next year.
Yeah, I thought Kyle Laletta was going to work out for you guys.
Yeah, the thing with Laletta, he does fit the system very well, Pat Shermer's system, but he doesn't have arm. It's hard to be a good quarterback with arm strength without good arm strength in New York because it's very windy. That's why the Giants were so attracted to Eli. He had a very strong arm coming out of college. It's hard to have. Chad Pennington was able to do it with the Jets for a few years. Didn't have the best of arm, and he played pretty well for them. But usually in New York specifically, places like Chicago, Buffalo, you really want a quarterback that has a strong arm.
Yeah, he's more the accurate type.
Yeah. But anything else, my man?
No, like I said, I just wanted to call in and break the run of trolls, man.
Yeah, no, I appreciate you doing that for me. I'm sure they're gonna keep calling in, and I'm gonna do my best to just get by it. And if I apologize to anybody in the chat, I don't want anybody to be offended. I cannot do anything about it if they keep calling in. But thank you so much for calling in, my man.
Oh yeah, I told you I'd call in yesterday, man. You gotta get GTA and you gotta play with us, man.
Yeah, no, I'll definitely come on your channel and do that, man. I'll definitely come on there and hang out with you guys.
Hell yeah. All right, well, good talking to my man. Peace, love, and chest hair. Good luck in the draft.
That's my chest Moore's brother over there. All right, my man. Thank you so much for the call, brother.
All right, take care, my man.
All right. What's going on? You're on live. Thank you for calling in.
Hello?
Hello?
Hey, so look, I'm the pizza guy. Just hold up. Look, my question is about the Saints and the Rams, okay?
Okay.
So they apparently, the schedule just came out, and so ESPN was saying, oh, these are the notable matchups. So the Saints versus the Rams, they're going to play during the standard season. What do you think is the significance of that? Because I'm from Louisiana, and so, I truly do feel like we were cheated, I feel like the rule change is very refreshing. I think, it can't help us now, but it's a good thing to help us in the future and other teams, you know what I mean? If hopefully never that scenario like that happens again, but
Well, so you're asking me what I think about the rule change, and I mean I'm a fan of it. I think it was a good idea to implement implement the replay of the pass interference. A lot of people. All right. I tried to give the guy a second chance because he was typing in the chat that was him, and yeah, okay. People are just stupid. I'm just waiting on the next caller here. What's going on? You're on live. Thank you for calling in.
Hey, you hear me? Hey, you hear me?
Barely.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Chris. Hey, it's Darnell, man.
What's up, Darnell, man? Could you, I don't know if you guys are on speaker or...
Hold on. I'm so sorry. I did it again. Hold on, let me take it out. You hear me?
I hear you, yeah.
Hear me now?
Yeah, what's up?
Yeah, I apologize, man. Hey, man, how's everything, man? I wasn't feeling that either. Now, you know me. When I tune into your show, I'm listening to these guys now. I mean, come on, man.
Yeah, man, this happened to me. It hasn't happened in a while, but I was doing this, and this happened on another show, and I threatened to just stop doing the call-in show, and then I said to myself, these people are just ridiculous, and they're trying to get me to react. So don't think I don't think it's ridiculous. I'm not trying to promote this. They're just trying to get a rise out of me. That's what they're doing. I can't, either I cancel the show or I got to put up with it. So.
No, hell no, man. Listen, man, I love the show. Like I said, and for you to go through it and to keep going and keep striving, I appreciate it, man. Because I do love your show and I do love listening to you talk on it, man. Real talk, man. So, like I said,
what's up, man?
Yeah. So yeah. Okay, we got 3 more days. Draft coming up. 6 pick. Like I said, do you believe that Arizona is going to pick Kyler? Do you believe? At this point, like right now, there's like no moves have been made to actually for like you heard trades for Rosen. No one's coming to the well. I guess they're coming to the table, but they're not. The offer's not good enough for them. So for them to keep Rosen this long, do you still believe they'll draft Kyler Murray?
I'm leaning. I know somebody called in earlier and said that he's a heavy favorite. Like that he's still going to Arizona. I'm leaning that they're not going to take Kyler Murray. I really am. I'm leaning that they're not going to take Kyler Murray, and it's going to be really interesting to see if they don't where Kyler Murray ends up because I could see him dropping. I really can. I could see him dropping.
Ooh, and that'll fall right into our lap if he falls right into our lap.
I'll tell you this. I wouldn't be shocked if he passes the Giants. I wouldn't be shocked if the Giants don't take him.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not saying that they wouldn't, but I wouldn't be shocked if they don't.
No, it's funny. Another reason why I asked because I already betted my one of my guys at work that Arizona will take Kyler Murray. So the bet is we had a good $20 bet between me and him. He's like, nah, man, I'm telling you, Arizona's not going to take him. And I was like, nah, they're going to take him. They're going to take him. Now I'm like, oh shit, ain't no moves been done.
Well, right now I feel like it's like a coin flip. That they may or may not, but we're not gonna know until the day. I think the day of the draft is when you're really gonna start to get a sense of what's gonna happen. Just like what happened last year with Baker Mayfield. And I see what Mr. Bad Dog says. He says there's no chance that Murray gets past the Giants. I disagree. I think there is a chance. I'm not saying it will happen. I think there is a chance that Murray could get past the Giants. I'm not saying I've said this from the beginning. I think that the only reason or the biggest reason why Kyler Murray is now all of a sudden thought of as the be-all end-all number 1 quarterback in this draft because there's nothing else other than this of why he sort of draft charts. He didn't partake in the combine. He had a pro day. Other than that, what else did he do? Everybody had a good pro day. Daniel Jones had a great pro day. Dwayne Haskins had a great pro day. Dwayne Haskins was 49 of 50. So what did Kyler Murray do to distinguish himself in this time frame? Other than Arizona coming out, Kingsbury saying that he's the best quarterback, he should be number 1. If Arizona backs off, I'm not going to be shocked at all if Murray drops to 11, 13. I wouldn't be shocked at all. I'm not predicting it, but I wouldn't be shocked.
Wow. Well, man, that's. I mean, yeah, you're right. But then, like you said, from last year's draft, there's a lot of shockers in that draft. Especially with the quarterbacks and stuff. So, and with us not taking a quarterback last year, kind of got us like, oh, okay. So I guess we're going to take a quarterback this year. But I'm like, nah, because I don't think, like you said, I don't think these quarterbacks are good enough. Well, like from the draft of last year. But then you got this next year's coming up with quarterbacks that's coming out. You got the Oregon kid. You got who else? I mean, I don't even know him by name, but you got a bunch of quarterbacks coming out next year. So I think that my thing is stay with Eli, fix up this defense, like I said before. I mean, at 6, I mean, whoever falls deep, defensive end that falls to us, get them. Oh hell, if we do, if Quentin Williams, not Quentin, Quentin Richards falls to us, just get him if he does. But like you said, man. I mean, but I'm just happy that the draft is freaking.
Oh man, let's get it over with. Let's find out who we're taking, man. Let's find out who we're taking. Let's find out the direction of this football team. And I can't wait, man. I can't wait.
Bro, man. But yeah, man, I just, like I said, I really didn't have no you got questions for you and everything, but I was just, trying to stop that bullshit that was going on too.
Yeah, man. No, man. I appreciate everybody who's calling in, trying to stop that. It's gonna continue. So if you guys are still listening, I apologize. They're gonna do it all night, and I'm just gonna continue to ignore them. And I'm not. A lot of times, I'm not gonna be able to tell that they're doing it until they do it. But
yeah, I know. And I think the Rams guy asking. As soon as he started going around the question, he wasn't getting to the question. I was like, oh, this is bullshit.
Yeah. I gave him a second chance because I felt bad that I hung up on him. He was claiming in the chat. But, it is what it is. I'm not going to release their numbers because then I'm worried that somebody might report me to YouTube. So all I can do is just ignore what they're saying.
Yeah, man. But like I said, man, Chris, I love your show, man. Keep it up. And yes, man, we got to get together. And like I was saying before, we got to hook up, hit a bar for something, man.
Oh, man, I'm down, man. I'm down.
Hit the Met game.
Yeah, no, we'll go to a bar. Maybe we could organize that in a couple of weeks. We'll go to a bar, watch a Met games with some of the people from the channel.
Okay, so real quick, do I call you this number here and do I get you, or how do I get in touch to do that?
I'll give you my. Are you on Twitter?
No, I don't do Twitter. I got Instagram and Facebook.
All right, I'll put it in the comments of one of my videos. Your Facebook, I'll friend request you on Facebook.
Oh, okay, cool. I'll do it right now. All right, Chris, man, you take it easy, man.
All right, my man. Thank you for the call. Have a good one.
Yep.
Let's see what we got here. Atomic, get out of here, man. Grow. Yeah, exactly. What's going on? You're on live. Thank you for calling in.
Chris, how are you, bro? Brandon.
Brandon Rogers?
Yep.
What's going on, my man? How you been?
What's up? I mean, doing good, Had school. We had last week off for a few snow days, but, back this week, so, it sucks.
Yeah, I hear you, man. What did you want? I know the NFL draft's coming up. I also know you're a big baseball fan. What did you want to talk about?
Yeah, baseball for sure, but, a lot of teams that are up in the AL, like the Twins and the Mariners, they really came up and surprised a lot of people. I wouldn't say the Twins more so because, they made a lot of free agent moves with Nelson Cruz and they beefed up their bullpen a bit and started pitching.
Right.
But, those Mariners, they were trading everybody.
Mariners are killing it. Right
yeah.
Now. I just took a look at the Mets score. They're in a rain delay, so they haven't even started yet.
Yeah, but, I mean, Dodgers, we just lost 6 straight. Now we're back on winning streak. We swept the Rockies last week, and then we're on. Crap, I forgot who we beat. Blank my mind because I've Dylan lost up today. We had 2 games today. We played a doubleheader, and we split. We won the first one and the second one, so my mind's a little blank right now.
You Dodgers are doing well. You guys are 15-9. You lead the division.
Yeah.
You guys are doing well. You guys have the best record in the National League right now.
Yeah, it was the Reds, and it was Reds. That's who we did. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember Puig returned, and he had a home run off of Kershaw. So that was. But we had a doubleheader today, and then we have another doubleheader next week. So.
Yeah. What's with all the double? I guess a lot of rainouts early on.
Well, yeah, we had a snow out. It was like 2 or 3 weeks ago, and then rain out last week. So the snow game or the makeup of the snow game I think is next week.
Oh, all right.
So we played the rain out today.
All right, very good stuff. Yeah, Dodgers are looking good this year. Probably the favorites to come out of the National League West for sure. And
I mean. The Brewers. Oh yeah, we beat the Brewers. Yeah, that was the team, Brewers. Yeah.
The one thing I'll say about the Mets, I'm looking at the stand. As bad as the Mets have played, they've only won 4 out of the last 10. They're hanging in there. They're still only a game out behind the Phillies. The Phillies aren't running away with anything right now, so Mets just got to stay in contention and try to make an acquisition at the deadline. That's what I'm looking at with them.
Yeah, but I mean, the Brewers, they took us to 7 games last year, so that'll be a tough fight this year.
Well, Brewers are great. Brewers got a lot of talent over there.
Yeah, Yelich, he's been, and they got Aguilar, Kane, Hader, and that bullpen. Hader's been struggling a bit of late. It's those past 2 games versus us because Bellinger was hitting off with him, and
yeah.
Well, yeah, he hit the game-winning home run, and that was big. And Jock went off yesterday with 2 home runs, so we're doing good things right now. And Jock, he has 10 home runs right now. And, he didn't even have to have 10 home runs to, like, the All-Star break last season. So, he's on pace at like 25.
You're talking about Jock Peterson, right?
Yeah.
He's a very streaky player. Ever since he came up, he could go on a tear for 2 months and hit 20 home runs and then do nothing for 2 months, like he did in his rookie year. I remember didn't he make the All-Star game his rookie year? Or no? Am I confusing?
I think it was the year after.
Okay, year after. Yeah, but he's a very streaky player for the Dodgers.
And Bellinger didn't show up in the playoffs. He didn't show up in the past 2 World Series.
Well, Bellinger's the same way. He had that unbelievable rookie year, and then he kind of had that sophomore slump.
He fell off last year, and then he's been picking it up this year though.
Yeah. But anything else pertaining to the draft? Who's your football team? I always forget this.
Oh, Seattle.
Seattle. So you guys have the 21st pick. What are you hoping for on draft night?
Defensive line too, because we got to see if we still have Frank Clark. We got to re-sign him first. But looking at another weapon for Wilson, because we don't have a lot of money to build around the offense now, because we gave him the big contract with the $65 million signing bonus with that. So we have him for 5 years, though, $175 million. So, that kind of took up a lot of it. But, I mean, if Tyler Lockett can show up again like last year and Doug Baldwin can come back off of that injury and all the surgeries he's had. But, look for David Moore to step up. And, if we do get another wide receiver, tight end, I feel like we'd be good.
All right.
With some defensive line and some offense.
All right, we'll have to see. I just want to say thank you. It was nice to actually talk to somebody I don't got to worry about pranking me. And thank you for the call, man.
I just had to pop in because, I saw that you were live, and I got to do some stuff later. So I just figured I'd call in, just give us some thoughts. And
No, I always like talking to you, Brandon. Thank you for the call, buddy.
I saw you online on the PS4, so I texted you if you want to play Madden. So we should set that up soon if you want to play.
Yeah, we could do that. We could do that.
Yeah.
All right, my man.
Sure.
Thank you for the call, buddy.
Yeah, thanks for having me on.
All right, my man. All right, let's take the next one. What's going on? You're on live. Thank you for calling in.
Hello, Christopher. It's Bobby again. I'm sorry I called you back so fast. There were a couple of things I really just wanted to talk about.
What did you want to talk about, Bobby?
Okay. First of all, the whole thing with the Mr. Softy stuff, I really do love Mr. Softy. You know that, Chris.
I do know that you love Mr. Softy. I do know that.
Okay, but
well, now, Bobby, I've been meaning to ask this, Bobby. What's your favorite flavor from Mr. Softy?
Oh, I'm very vanilla. You know that, Chris.
I do know. And what does your cat like? What does Seahawk like? What do you get Seahawk ice cream?
Oh no, she's allergic. I once gave Seahawk some ice cream, and she threw up all over my Giants jersey. But listen, I wanted to tell you one of the reasons why I like Mr. Softy so much is because when I was still together with my wife, whenever we would lay in bed together, she would grab me in the crotch area and say, "How's Mr. Softy doing?" So that's one of the reasons why I just love Mr. Softy. It reminds me so much of my wife, but that's very depressing, Chris. You know that.
Bobby, man, you're getting a little personal tonight, Bobby. A little personal.
Chris, I did a live show. You know that because you were in it for about 2 minutes. You told me you were going to come back, but you never did. But you know what, Chris? I'm so happy to talk about my live show. I'm so happy because besides you, a couple of other people came in, but towards the end, I made a very good friend. Can I tell you about it, Chris?
Let me hear it.
Okay. I met a very good friend. He was the last one in my live stream. His name was Naked Gladiator. Have you ever heard of him, Chris? Naked Gladiator?
I have never heard about Naked Gladiator. Who's Naked Gladiator?
Oh, well, I don't know, Chris, but we became very good friends, and we were talking for quite some time. I think he might be Japanese. You know why I say that, Chris? Because
I need to know.
Japanese. Because he told me that him and his friends wanted to bukkake me. Isn't that Japanese?
That's not Japanese, Bobby. That is not Japanese, Bobby. And if you don't know what that is, I'm not going to tell you. You're going to have to find that out on your own, Bobby. But it's not. It has nothing to do with Japanese. Yeah.
All right, but I don't know. For some reason, I think it's Japanese. But then also, I think this guy, the Naked Gladiator, I think he might be an auto mechanic. You know why, Chris?
Why? Why is that?
Because he said he wanted to give me a rim job. You know what? So do you think that's what? I don't know. I can't tell. And then also, I think he might be in some kind of orchestra because he said to me that he wanted to give me. He wanted to give me a rusty trombone, Chris.
Oh my God, Bobby!
So I'm thinking he's a Japanese mechanic who also happens to be in an orchestra.
I think you might be right about that. You know what? I think you're right. I think he's in an orchestra, and I think he's Japanese with the whole bukkake talk. I think you're absolutely right about that. Bobby, man, I always love talking to you, Bobby. You really do. You really add a lot to this show, Bobby.
Yeah. Thanks, Chris. I'm so sorry to call you back so soon. I know you don't like that, but also I saw you getting all those terrible trolls. So I figured I would just help out a little bit, you know.
Oh man, how's Seahawk, by the way? Before I let you go.
Seahawk, like I said, I gave Seahawk some ice cream, and she puked all over the Giants jersey. And but everything's clean now. I think she's feeling a little better. We'll see. But she is listening to you, Chris. You know how Seahawk loves you.
Oh God, this feud is awesome. We're gonna have to get you and Bobby on the show. Well, Bobby and Bobby on the show, and you guys are gonna have to hash it out.
That's the thing. I want to get that Mark Israel on here because I'm gonna kick his ass. You know, I'm gonna kick the crap out of that big mouth. But okay, look, I'll let you go now, Chris, because I know you got lots of callers. And by the way, just before I hang up quickly. You know I'm in Vermont, right, Chris?
I do know you're in Vermont.
Okay, and I was originally born in the Bronx, and then I moved to Queens, you know.
I did know that. You have told me that before.
Oh, okay. I just wanted to make sure. I didn't know if you knew.
I did know that, actually, yes. You have told me that, Bobby.
Okay, buddy. You have a great night. I'll speak to you later, maybe.
All right. Have a good one, my man.
Okay, bye-bye.
All right. That was, anybody that's not aware of that, that's actually Mark Israel. And they have an ongoing feud. Bobby from Vermont and Mark Israel have been going at it for the past couple of weeks. What's going on? You're on live. Thank you for calling in. Who is this?
What's up, Chris? How's it going, my man?
What's going on? Who's this?
It's the amazing Rocha here.
Oh, Rocha, what's up, my man? How you doing?
I gotta ask, what the hell did I just listen to?
Oh, wow, yeah, because you're new to the call-in show. This happens every week now. Mark Israel, who's one of my best callers, and Bobby from Vermont have been going back and forth for about 2 months now. They have an ongoing feud, and that was actually a guy who impersonates Bobby from Vermont. And we're going to get them together and hash it out.
Oh, my God, I was cracking up so much right there.
What's up, my man?
Man, the first time when you hung up on me, I was like, what? Did you just hung up on me? What the hell?
Yeah,
I couldn't hear you, so that's why I said hello. I couldn't hear you the first time.
Yeah, no, we're just getting I was just getting a quick trigger finger because I'm dealing with all these assholes today, but I apologize about that.
So what do you think about the quarterback? I have not heard of many people talk about him. Tyree Jackson, I believe he's from Buffalo. What do you think about him?
Yeah, a lot of people like him, it seems, as a sleeper. He's too much of a project for me. I'm not a fan, to be honest with you. A lot of people like him. He's tall. He's got mobility. He's an athlete. But everything you read about him, I don't want a project. If they're taking a quarterback, I want a guy that they're confident can be the guy going forward.
All right, so do I have your permission and Bad Dog's permission to clip anything that happens if you guys take Daniel Jones?
Oh, yeah. I'd appreciate it, actually, because I don't know how to do that. If somebody could clip my reaction and Bad Dog's reaction during the live stream so we could make a video of it after the fact, I would appreciate it.
Did you see what happened with Josh and Sean when they took Trubisky? That thing blew up.
Yeah, they got like 100,000 views or something, right?
They got, I don't know how much it is, but man, that video absolutely took off. It even got on Sunday Night Football.
Yeah, no, I would, you can't clip my reaction, Bad Dog says. He will not let you clip his reaction. You can clip my reaction. By all means, you can clip my reaction. I don't know if he's being sarcastic or not, but yeah, you can definitely clip my reaction for sure. And Tim, I appreciate the thumbs up, my man.
So, if Kyler Murray goes past 1, you think there's any chance Bad Dog wants to happen that you guys trade up to get Murray at all?
I don't think the Giants. I shouldn't say anything can happen. I shouldn't say it's impossible, but it's not likely. I don't think the Giants will trade up in this draft. I really don't think so.
Yeah, well, I mean, you guys didn't want to give us your 6th pick for OBJ, and maybe you guys give us a 6th pick for the number 2 pick now.
I know. Well, you're a 49er fan, so you're looking for a potential suitor to trade down with.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll see. I don't think so though. Well, who do you want? You want Bosa?
I don't care either way. I think Nick Bosa fits the team, but I think Quentin Williams could be the next Aaron Donald. So I really don't care who we pick, as long as it's Bosa or Williams. I like both a lot.
I like Williams. I like all three. I like Josh Allen too. But I'll tell you, your 49ers next year, they could be really good. I mean, they brought in D Ford. Jimmy Garoppolo's back. You're going to bring in a top-tier pass rusher now. The Niners are a sleeper this year. They really are. Now, I think they'll add a wide receiver at the 34 spot, I think they're picking.
We're at 36.
36. So I could see you adding like a Deebo Samuel there, someone like that. But, yeah, I think the Niners are a sleeper next year to be a pretty damn good team.
Well, only one thing needs to happen with the Niners, and that's stay freaking healthy.
Right. Well, Garoppolo killed you last year.
Yes.
And McKinnon.
Honestly, I mean, I'm not trying to be biased here, but I think we would have made the playoffs if Jimmy stayed healthy.
Well, McKinnon got hurt too, right before the year started, right?
Yeah, McKinnon got hurt the last practice before the regular season.
Yeah. Yeah. But, I mean, if you could add a nice wide receiver there with George Kittle and Garoppolo stays healthy, you have a much improved defense already with the acquisition of D Ford. Buckner, right?
We got Juan Alexander as well. He's pretty good.
Yeah, the Niners could be a pretty good team next year.
Yeah, and talking about wide receivers, my draft crush is Ole Miss wide receiver A.J. Brown. He is my absolute draft crush this year.
I think he's the best. I think he's the best wide receiver in the draft. I think A.J. Brown's the best wide receiver in the draft.
Man, I think if he slips maybe past the Raiders are 24, maybe if he passed that second Raiders pick at 27, I think there might be a very good chance we'd trade up to get him because he hung out with Jerry Rice at the 49ers camp. I think the Niners love him right now.
I could see that. I could see not just the Niners. I could see a couple teams that are kind of in that area. The Colts are another one. I think the Colts have like the 34th pick right in that range with you guys. The Colts are another one I could see trying to move back up to get him. Even the Giants, it's possible if they really like him. There's the Eagles. I think they pick 35. There's a couple of teams right there that could. The Raiders rather pick at 35. There's a couple of teams that could move up there though.
But if we don't land A.J. Brown, I'll be a little upset, but this wide receiver class is so damn good.
Yeah, I don't think there's like a elite wide receiver, but there's a lot of very, very, very good wide receivers. A lot of them. Like Paris Campbell. Like nobody's even talking about Paris Campbell. I love Paris Campbell.
Yeah, he's so damn. He might be. I think he's probably the fastest wide receiver in the draft.
Yeah, I love him. He's great after the catch. He projects very well in the modern day NFL. Paris Campbell is in my top 3 wide receivers in this draft. I love him.
Another wide receiver that would fit our team really great is Hakeem Butler. I think he's from Iowa, I believe.
Butler, yeah, a lot of people. I think he's, unless I'm confusing him, is it N'Keal Harry that's from Arizona State, or is it Butler?
Yeah, N'Keal Harry is from Arizona
Okay,
State.
yeah, both those guys, they're very similar. They're both tall, 6'5" guys that could go up, catch the jump ball. Those are 2 good receivers as well.
That's what we need, man. Our red zone offense, even with Jimmy G playing the way he did in 2017, our red zone offense is so terrible. We need a guy who's a great wide receiver who can go up for jump balls. That's why I'm a Stanford fan. That's why I'd also love to draft J.J. Arcega-Whiteside in the 3rd round. I'd love him too.
Yeah, Isabella's another one that'll probably be late 2nd, early 3rd round.
Yeah.
You know, out of UMass. But yeah, a lot of people like Whiteside as well. I've heard that. A lot of people like him too.
Yeah, I would not mind drafting him. Man, I can't wait.
Oh,
It's
gonna be great, man. I can't wait for the draft. I'm so excited to stream it. My first time ever doing it. It's gonna be so much fun.
Yeah, man. I hope you and Mad Dog get some good views. I'll be in your guys' stream. I'll be in Josh and Sean's stream. Whoever else streams it, I'll definitely be there.
I appreciate the support, man. I really do. And you've been very active since you've been on my channel, so I appreciate it.
All right, man. This is a great call in. Thanks for having my call.
All right, buddy. Thank you for calling in.
All right. Have a good day, man.
All right. And Aaron, man, I'm happy that you stumbled around my channel too, and I hope you stay active, my man. Stand up, Aaron Bindrup. What's going on? You're on live. Thank you for calling in.
This is for Bobby Woodruff. You know, my grandpa.
Oh God,
But,
you knew Sinor had to call in for a second time. You knew he did. What's going on, buddy?
Israel. My name is Mark Israel. It's not. Who's Christian Yor? Who's this schmuck you're talking about? This is Mark Israel.
We're getting a Mark Israel
Anyway.
impersonation. What's up, buddy?
Anyways, Bobby. Bobby, come give me a hug, Bobby. I love Bobby. Bobby's the best. I'm done with the Mark Israel voice. That thing's gonna give you freaking throat cancer, bro. I mean, that But anyways, since all the trolls called in, I was just, because I want to apologize for the fucking call. I apologize to all the people who are trying to call in and stuff like that. But what's the call? Just keep it up, Chris. You're really, you're a really good YouTuber. You're a hardworking YouTuber like Bad Dog, like Rover and like Luca and all those people at Sir Cardinal. You're blowing up. And I bet you're gonna blow up during the draft. So. To all the trolls, you can go ahead and suck my right toe that has a athlete's foot, because you know what? You guys are trolls, and you guys are, we're gonna bury you guys in the chat and everything.
Chris Sinor is the best. And that was Rocha, Bad Dog. They called him before that. And yeah, Sinor, man, I always appreciate you. Man, you're one of my best. So I always like when you call in and we get to talk, man.
Yeah, and another thing is I want to apologize for the other call, the ending of it. I just want to apologize about that. That was kind of messed up for myself. So, yeah.
All right, Chris. Thank you so much for calling in, being a great supporter of the channel.
All right, peace.
All right, buddy. All right. We got another call on the line. What's going on?
Hi, Chris. How you doing?
Bobby, we're getting a second.
I'm not very happy. You laugh. It's not funny. He really hurt my feelings this time. He is. I wonder if he's married. I hope if he's married, I feel bad for his wife, because he's such an idiot. All
right, Bobby. This is all entertainment. It's not. We're just having fun.
No. He brought it personally. He brought up stuff that he shouldn't have. And you laugh at it. That's not funny.
I'll try. I try to.
Laughing.
All right, I'm not gonna laugh anymore, Bobby. I apologize, buddy. I apologize.
No, he's an ass. I'm telling you, he's an ass. I'm not happy.
I hear you, Bobby.
I'm usually a happy guy.
I know
This
you're
is
usually a
pissed
happy
off.
guy.
I'm an Irishman. And if he shows up to that Jet and Giant game, he better watch out because I'm going to get him down there.
What are you gonna? Wait, Bobby. When you say you're gonna get him, well, what do you mean you're gonna get him?
If I meet him, he's in for a lot of trouble.
What do you mean he's in for a lot of trouble? Because now I'm worried that somebody might, get seriously hurt at this Giant Jet event.
Nobody's going to get hurt. I'm just going to tell him off. You should have me and him on so we can dish it out. He's such an idiot. I said I would talk and make up with him, and he makes fun of me. This is bull crap.
We're gonna have to hash this out. We're gonna have to hash this out.
When
now,
he brought up my
Bobby,
ex-wife,
if it's gonna make it,
when he brought up my ex-wife, he shouldn't have said that. He has some damn nerve.
Bobby,
that really hurts me right now.
I'm sorry. Bobby. I hope you're all right, man. I hope you're all right. Are you okay, Bobby?
No, because he's an ass. And thanks for Kristen Harper sticking up for me. I like my grandson. He's a good kid.
He is a good kid. He's a very good kid.
That guy has kids. I feel bad for his kid because he sits on his brains. That's what he does. Mark Israel sits on his brains. That's what,
Yeah.
He's an idiot.
Yeah.
I'm not happy right now.
I know. Hash it out, Bobby. Say what you gotta say. Say what you gotta
pissed off Irish man now.
You're pissed off.
When you piss off Irish people, you're gonna get it. Italians have that. Irishmen get it worse.
Yeah.
I'm not happy right now.
I know. So.
And I don't know why you had to laugh at him. Some parts of it was funny, but when he started with my ex-wife, forget it. That was a little over the line. I just thought. Yeah, Jonathan in the chat says he went over the line. I agree with Jonathan. I don't know, Jonathan Hatrick. He said he went over the line.
He went a little over the line.
I hope that I hope he calls back and then you could make an appointment for us two to talk.
We're gonna have to figure.
We're
gonna have to figure it out. Get a three-way call between you two.
Yeah, because we gotta hash this out.
We gotta hash it out. We have to absolutely hash it out.
I don't make fun of him. The only thing I said, he sounds like the guy from Rhoda. He sounds like the doorman from Rhoda. He does. That's the only thing I said. Then he brings up personal stuff about me, so I had to call up.
I know you did. You got to defend yourself, Bobby. We'll figure it out. We'll get you two on the line.
Yeah, I'm
together.
a New Yorker too.
I know you're. Well, you're originally from the Bronx. You moved to Queens. Now you're in Vermont.
Yeah, I'm a tough guy still.
I know you're a tough guy. And we'll figure it out.
I take it personally when he talks about my ex-wife. That hurts me. She divorced me and cheated on me.
I don't.
So what am I
you don't got to get too personal, Bobby. I'm sorry that struck a nerve. I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, it did strike a nerve. I'm going to strike his ass, kick him right in the ass. That's what I'm going to do. Okay, we'll talk to you soon.
All right, Bobby.
Have a great night.
You too, Bobby. All right. So this just became a little extracurricular activities there. Next call, you're on live. Thank you for calling in.
Oh, Mr. Entertainer, I caught you.
Who is this?
This is Dylan Renner.
Dylan Renner. Yeah, man, been a big supporter of the channel. What's going on, Dylan Renner? How you doing?
Nothing. I just caught you red-handed.
You caught me red-handed. What do you mean?
On Rumboy's Fantasy Network, you said Kyler Murray was a bust.
No, I didn't say he was a bust. I said I was insinuating that I'm scared that he has bust potential.
Mm-hmm.
There's no way I could say he's a bust. He hasn't played yet. But I'm worried that he could be a bust.
Yeah, what traits lead you to him being a bust, though?
To me, it's the injury factor. That's what worries me more than anything else. I don't think a quarterback that plays the way he does, other than Russell Wilson is the one guy you could point to, will hold up long term. That's what I worry about with him. It's not his tools. I want my quarterbacks to be. Everybody has their own preference. Some people like that. I want a guy that has some mobility but makes his living in the pocket. And I don't think at the NFL level he's going to be able to make his living in the pocket. Well, he'll be able to do it here and there, but not on a consistent basis.
Yeah. Okay.
You
I
know?
I understand that. Yeah, I completely understand where you're coming from. I have another question.
Go ahead.
Thoughts on Drew Lock and Daniel Jones going number 6 overall?
Going 6?
Yeah, Daniel Jones is rumored to go number 6.
No.
I don't know why.
No. They cannot do that. I don't want Daniel Jones anywhere near 6. 17, I don't want him in the first round. Drew Lock, I won't scream if it's at 17, but if he's at 6, I'm going to be pissed off too.
If I'm watching that and I see number 6, Daniel Jones, I'll split my wrist.
Don't say that. Don't say that. But
Okay.
we won't be happy. We won't be happy.
Oh, no, I would be upset.
Yeah. We won't be
Yeah,
happy. You may see me break my TV on the live stream, 40 Luck, if they take Daniel Jones at 6 overall. That would be ridiculous.
Yeah, that might be one of the, because he's really mediocre. So I really don't have a really good stand on him. I'm not really too big on him.
Daniel Jones, I'm going to say this. I think Daniel Jones is getting more hate than he deserves. I don't hate Daniel Jones. I just hate him in the first round. I think he could be a good quarterback at the next level, but I don't want him in the first round.
Okay.
You know?
What makes you so to me, DK Metcalf is my number 1 receiver. I understand there's a lot of people that don't really like that. Why would you put A.J. Brown over DK Metcalf? And
simple answer. I mean, Metcalf's a better athlete. DK Metcalf is not a polished wide receiver. He's not a good route runner. He's very good at going up and getting the jump balls, and he's more athletic. I just think A.J. Brown is a more well-rounded wide receiver.
Okay. Would you put... Who do you like better, N'Keal Harry or DK Metcalf?
That's close. I'd probably go Metcalf, but it's close.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, well, that's all I had for you tonight. Thank you for letting me call in.
You got it, Dylan, man. Thank you so much for the call, buddy.
All right, see you later.
All right, my man. What's going on? You're on live. Thank you for calling in.
Yo, what's going on, Chris?
Who's this?
This is Mike, bro. How you doing, man?
What's going on, man? How you doing?
I'm doing good, bro. What you think about that schedule coming up?
For the Giants?
Absolutely.
The first half of the schedule, specifically the first 4 games, are very winnable. Other than the Cowboys game, we always seem to play the Cowboys on the road the first 2 games of the year. But the next 3 after that, very winnable games. Then we got Arizona week 7. The 2 games in between, not the easiest of games. The Vikings at home and at New England. So, but the first 7 games, I could see a 4-3 start. After the bye, the schedule is very tough. So, we'll see. And I don't like that they have such a late bye. They have, I think it's week 11 after they play the Jets. But who knows? You know, I don't hate the schedule, but I don't think it's it's not a very easy schedule. It's kind of in the middle, you know. They play the Bears, I think, right out of the bye. They play the Eagles twice after the bye. I can't remember the other teams, but I remember looking at it and being like, this is tough after the bye.
I'll tell you what, man. I think we got a pretty friendly schedule, man. I don't really think that our backs are going to be up against the wall the way it was last season. You know what I'm saying? We had a pretty rough start. I think this year we got a pretty easy start. I mean, the first 10 games, only 3 of those teams made it to the playoffs. So competition-wise, man, I think that we could go in there and we could we could make some noise. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to curse on your program.
No, that's okay. That's okay. Don't worry about it. I think if they want a shot to make the playoffs, they got to be minimum 6-4 after 10, probably 7-3 if they want a shot to make the playoffs. And it's possible. I'm not saying it's impossible. Those first 4 games are crucial. No, they can't be 2-2. They have to be at least 3-1 after the first 4 games.
Yeah, that's our, and you know what? That's our problem. I think like the last couple years, we don't start off good. We're always starting off 0-2, 1-1 or whatever. I think we gotta come off, you know, with our fucking pedals to the metal, bro. And I'm telling you, dude, if we can at least get on a little winning streak in the beginning, I think we could smell the playoffs this year, bro. What you think about that, Chris?
I like the optimism. I'm not going to pick them to make the playoffs. If I got to be completely unbiased.
Oh,
But
man.
I like the optimism, and I'm not a doom and gloom guy. I'm not one of these guys that thinks they're going to win 4 games, 3 games, 5 games. I'm going to wait to completely assess everything until after the draft. But I wouldn't be shocked if they win 8, 9 games. I wouldn't be. I'm not picking it. I'm going to be conservative and say 6 or 7. But I have to see what they do in the draft. If they take Dwayne Haskins, I don't have any expectations this year. And I like Dwayne Haskins, but I think Dwayne Haskins is not for this year. He's for the future.
Nah, we don't need him.
Yeah, if they go defense,
we don't need him.
I think they have a better chance to be competitive this year. If they go defense in the first 2 picks, and then I'll say maybe they can win 8, 9 games. They can compete for the playoffs. But I'll wait till after the draft till I make my record predictions.
Yeah, you know what? We don't need no Dwayne Haskins, dude. Let somebody else deal with that headache. Because he's going to be like another Odell Beckham. We got rid of that damn yellow-haired bastard, and I'm so happy about that, Chris. I'm telling you, dude, I am so freaking happy about that. We don't need this guy. This guy looks like he's going to be another freaking hot dog.
I don't know. I know that. What makes you say that? Because of the social media stuff?
The social media stuff this guy talking about, don't let me come back to the crib and all that other nonsense. We don't need that, all right? You're from New York. I'm from Jersey, dude. We need blue-collar guys.
You want Eli Manning. You want a guy that goes out there and does his job. And that's what
I want a guy to go out there and do his job. I mean, listen, I want a guy that's a little flashy, too. Don't get me wrong. But at the same time, just like Eli, that when it's time to cash it in, he's going to cash in. He ain't going to be no punk-ass mofo. You know what I'm saying, Chris?
Yeah, I hear you, man. I like Haskins, but I don't. I recognize that he is a little. I get the fear where you're coming with that. You don't want your quarterback being out there on the media and all that. I get it. But we'll see. The interviews I've seen with Haskins, if you get a chance, look at the way he breaks down film. You might change your opinion on him. He's very intelligent, the way that he's able to break down film, and that's what impressed me most about him. It's not even his skill, it's his intelligence. He's actually a very smart quarterback, very cerebral.
Oh, man, you know what, though? A very wise man once said, you see it in the eyes, Chico, and you just don't see it in the eyes with this guy, Chris. I'm telling you, man, we need some lunch pail guys, bro. Let's just stick with the O-line. Let's get some pass rushers. I mean, Jesus, when was the last time we were even relevant in the linebacking position?
Well, yeah, they can certainly go linebacker at 17 or 6. They're gonna.
Oh God, let's get a freaking linebacker, please.
It's been a while.
I want a fucking linebacker.
It's been a while, man. It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a while. It's been a while, dude. It's like since the '80s, for the love of Christ.
Well, we haven't
I'm sick of this.
drafted a good running back. You know, we had Pierce for a short stretch. Obviously, he was originally from the Redskins, and
yeah, but he wasn't an original giant. You know, he was an original giant.
The last really good linebacker we drafted was Armstead, and that was in the 7th.
Yeah.
It was a late pick, and it worked out, but. Yeah, I mean, we have not had a great linebacking core since the LT days. We haven't.
No, we haven't. You know who was a decent linebacker, though, that we didn't really keep at? But I had love for the guy. We let him go. He came back, and thank God he got a chip with us. Chase Blackburn. What a good guy he was. Remember him?
Of course, yeah. Chase Blackburn. He was a very good special team. Good. Yeah, he was a good player. Another good one. Michael Barrow was good. He was part of that 2000 Super Bowl run. Another guy from free agency. But they haven't had consistency at the position in forever. You're absolutely right about that.
No. And we need that back, bro. We definitely need that back, especially since it's a 3-4 defense. We need some freaking pressure, bro. I'm tired of seeing this nonsense week in and week out. We're not getting no freaking pressure, dude. I mean, we could stop the run, and we could do certain things from time to time, but we got to let these young kids get in there, man. And you know what? I think with time, Betcha, he knows what he's doing. We got to give him a little bit of trust and a little bit of more confidence, and I think he'll get the job. He'll get the job done eventually. And, this draft coming up, dude, is very important, bro. Us as Giants fans, I don't think we've been this excited for a draft since like when we drafted Eli or something like that. I mean, honestly, last year was a little bit exciting, but
the thing that's so exciting about that, and then I'm going to let you go because I got a bunch of people calling in, but the thing that's so exciting about this year's draft is we have 2 picks in the first 17 picks. That's what's so exciting. I can't remember the last time that happened. So that's what I'm excited to see how they maneuver those picks and who they pick, where and why, and it's going to be really interesting. 3 picks in the first 37 picks, so the Giants are really going to be able to help a lot of their needs if they draft properly this year.
Let's take advantage of that, bro. Yo, I bleed Big Blue, bro. God bless you and yours, bro. Let's go, Giants. Let's get it this year, bro. Have a good one, Chris.
Love the optimism, my man. Thank you for the call. Love the optimism.
All right, peace.
All right, have a good one. All right. Next call. What's going on? You're on live. Thank you for calling in.
Yo. I say we draft, a little bit of Dale Strawberry, a little bit of, I'm a Cowboys fan, but I'm your brother Pat, 1984.
Oh, Pat,
up,
man.
everybody.
How you doing, buddy? How's Pat?
Man, I'm good,
what's
brother.
What's going on, man? You always show my channel a lot of love. What's up, my man?
Oh, man, just calling in to check you in, man. Check in and tell everybody in the chat, salute, man. Bring some positive energy.
I appreciate it.
Man, I'm not a Giants fan, though, brother, but you are my brother.
So so I'm assuming you're born in '84. Is that why your screen name?
Oh yeah.
So we're the
man.
same. I'm born in '85, around the same age. So you remember probably as a kid, like I know you're a Cowboys fan. So you remember? Is that why you became a Cow? I don't know where you're from. Where are you from?
Yeah, I'm from Brooklyn originally.
Okay, so I'm assuming that's why you became a Cowboy fan growing up. Because I remember when I was a kid, everybody was either 49ers or Cowboys fans because those were the 2 best teams back then.
Yeah, man, you're right. And that's why my grandfather was a 49ers fan, and that's what kind of turned me on to the Cowboys. And all my cousins, and I got like over 100 cousins in Brooklyn, man. I go out there at least twice a year.
Wow.
All of them are Giants fans and Yankee fans, and I'm gonna be straight up with you. That's why I hate both those teams. That's why I was a Mets and a Cowboys.
Yeah, no, at least we share the Mets. But as a Cowboys fan this year, you guys don't have a first-round pick, right? So, yeah, because you traded it away.
We traded it for Coop, yeah.
Yeah, for Cooper. Where do you want the Cowboys to go in the second round?
I want either a big old barbecue, sweet tea eating, drinking D tackle,
right?
Or a hungry, strong safety that'll make you pay if you go across the middle. You know what I mean?
So you want some help in that secondary. Yeah, I remember during free agency, a lot of people wanted the Cowboys to go out there and get a safety, and they didn't do it, right? They didn't get a high-profile safety, right?
No, we got a guy from I think he used to play in Minnesota that we picked up as a safety right now just to kind of fill in.
Right. That's a good. I could see them going safety. Maybe a Deontay Thompson if he fell.
Honestly, I would really love, but I don't think he's going to be there when we pick Brian Burns because I'm a big SSU fan.
Oh yeah, you got no shot there, man. You got no shot there.
Yeah. I think he's long gone, man. But,
yeah, he'll be a top 15, 16 pick. He may even go 6 to the Giants. I wouldn't be shocked.
Dude, you guys would have a stud, man, because even when we were playing for nothing, man, he was always, his motor was always going and he wasn't quitting, man. Just, he's just a dog, man. But yeah, man, it was, I would love to get him, but like you said, I definitely don't think he's going to be there.
Yeah, no way. You guys would have to trade way up to get Brian Burns. Yeah. But I think safety is actually a good one. I could see you guys drafting a safety there in that second round.
Yeah, I do too, man. Like I said, it's, I think we could even try and trade a player just because we kind of got, especially on defense, man. Everybody's like, oh, Dallas defense sucks. Yeah, we sucked against the Colts, and we sucked against.
I don't think your defense sucks. Your defense shut down the Saints.
No. Well, yeah, but they did. But also, we laid a gooseneck against the Colts. We let them boys kind of do whatever they wanted and pick up third 15s all the time.
Yeah.
And then again, when we played the Rams, when it counted most, man, we couldn't. I mean, we just paid Marcus Lawrence all that money, and I'm a realist, man. I'm not going to sit here and say the Cowboys are going to the Super Bowl. I think we have the potential to have a really good year and compete with Philly against, and the hell with Philly, by the way, but compete with them for the division crown. But yeah, man, I just there's still work to be done. I really don't believe in my head coach. I believe we have a far better talented team then he's capable of coaching, honestly. So
I'm not a big fan of your coach either, Jason Garrett. And I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not a huge fan of Dak Prescott. I know he's shown that he's played better in recent years. I don't know if he's the right decision to sign to a big contract because it's going to limit you from bringing back a lot of other guys. If I was a Cowboys fan, I don't know if I'd want him to be the long-term solution.
Dak?
Yeah, I don't know. He's played well. I know, but if are you okay with paying him $25-30 million a year?
Yeah, I was hoping it would be more like 17 to 20.
Yeah.
But I don't think he's going to take that. I think he'll do some type of team-friendly deal with a lot of incentives on the back.
Well,
but
for,
man,
for 17, 20, I'm fine with that if I'm a Cowboy fan. But if he's getting if he's getting 27, 28, 29, 30, I'm not.
No, I'm not either. I'm gonna be honest with you, because we still got to pay a bunch load of other players, man, like Zeke's contract, Cooper, Byron Jones. Yeah, man, it's just I think this season is going to be like one of those make or breaks, because you're just going to have so much to pay for after that. You know what I mean? And Zeke there was rumors that he was talking about if he don't get a contract, he's holding out.
Right.
So,
and then he's more important. I think he's more important for you guys. The offensive line and Zeke and your defense. That's what your team is built around. Just like it was in the '90s with Aikman. Aikman had a great team around him.
Yeah, it's definitely a replica of what they're trying to build the same thing as what we had back then, man. But it's just we talk about this all the time on our Cowboys fans channels, man. But like I said, I'm a rock with my star, and I don't want to really go that route with you, even though you're a respectable guy, and I am too, man. I would never disrespect unless somebody disrespect my team, but
right.
I had to come on here and take the opportunity and show you love, man, and tell you, man, keep doing your thing, dude. I'm a big fan. You're a stand-up guy, man. You kind of remind me of like one of my cousins or uncles back home when you talk and everything. You and Bad Dog, man. It's like being back home for a little bit. But
I appreciate it, man. I appreciate the nice words, and yeah, man. I always love talking to you in the chat, and please feel free to call in anytime when I do these shows.
Oh, absolutely, but I'll keep it Mets with you.
Mets works, man. Next time we do a call-in show, we'll talk Mets. Next time we do a call-in show.
I know you go left with the basketball. You go with the Knicks. I go right because Brooklyn never had a team. I was actually a Chicago fan, man, coming up. You just coming up in that era, man. But when Brooklyn got a basketball team, dude, I was like, man, we haven't had a team since I've been alive, dude. So
yeah, man. No, if I was originally from Brooklyn, I'd probably be a Brooklyn Nets fan. I'm originally from Long Island. I grew up a diehard Knicks fan, so I'm a Knicks fan until the end.
But hey, real quick, man, I can't say it like you, man. Stand up, but everybody in the chat, man, all my brothers sisters that always show me love when I come through, man. God bless each and every one of y'all, man. Keep positive people in your circle, man. I appreciate you having me on here, man. God bless everybody, man, and much love to everybody. I appreciate it.
Appreciate the call, Pat. Thank you, my man.
Absolutely, brother.
All right. Let's take this next caller here. And by the way, I see Sam AMG keeps wanting to call in. I don't know if this is him, but just write the first three numbers and I'll take you next. I've seen him write it like 4 times. What's going on? You're on live. Thank you for calling in.
Hey, Chris. This is Anthony.
Anthony Manzano?
Yes.
What's up, buddy?
Hey, I'm not sure if I'm a Dolphins fan, and I'm predicting, honestly, where I hate that we're advocating for the team to tank for Tua. Honestly, I'd rather us trade for Josh Rosen, to be honest, and then upgrade our offensive line and stuff like that. Draft Andre Dillard, draft what is it called? Who is it? The 2 guys from Wisconsin, and draft Elton Jenkins or John Baker from Georgia.
Well, yeah, I know we've talked several times. I know you're a big proponent. First off, I don't think Rosen's gonna. I think Rosen's gonna stay with the Cardinals. I really do. I'm starting to believe it. But
so you don't think the Cardinals are gonna draft Kyler anymore?
If I had to guess right now, this second, I would say no. I'd say that they go defense.
The reason why I asked that is because do you think it's what's it called? Cliff Kingsbury was blowing smoke up our asses, saying that he wanted to draft Kyler, and he really wants to keep Rosen.
Well, here's my theory on it. And I could be completely wrong. This is just my theory on it. I think Kingsbury likes Murray a lot, but I think that they kind of the story developed. You know, when everybody saw the video, Kingsbury said he would take him number 1 overall. That's where this all started. And I think once that leaked, I think Kingsbury said, and the Cardinals said, let's see what we can get for Rosen. If we can get a top 15 pick or whatever, a mid-first round pick, let's do it. Let's draft Murray. But after this is my theory, after shopping him around, they might be like, you know what, we're not getting near what we think is fair value for Rosen, so we're not going to pull the trigger. And that's my guess. If they don't take him, is what transpired.
And if honestly, if it's true what they're saying about the Dolphins that we're taking for Tua, but realistically, Brian Flores coming from the Bill Belichick coaching tree, do you realistically think he'll perfectly tank the season with the Dolphins coming from Bill Belichick's coaching tree, or no?
Are you asking me, do I think the Dolphins are intentionally tanking?
No. Do you think Brian Flores coming from the mentality of Bill Belichick, do you think realistically they're going to tank because the fans want them to tank, or they're going to follow the Bill Belichick thing, trading down, getting more picks? And honestly, I don't like Tua, to be honest. The quarterback I like more is Justin Herbert. I honestly think he's a star quarterback in the NFL. I don't like Tua, to be honest.
I'm not a Dolphin fan. I could be wrong. I think you guys would go quarterback if the right one dropped. If Kyler Murray fell to 13, I think you would take him.
If a quarterback dropped, I honestly don't like Kyler, to be honest. I'm not a Kyler fan. He's a little bit overrated.
You might not like him.
Heisman.
You might not like him, but I think if he fell to 13, you guys would take him.
I think realistically, the quarterback I would want to draft is Drew Lock.
Well, he's probably going to be there. He's probably going to be there.
I
shouldn't say that. The Broncos could certainly take him at 10.
Yeah, no, the Broncos honestly would take, the whole John Elway liking him, Drew Lock. I think that's smoke too. I think they might surprise everybody and draft either Kyler or Dwayne Haskins, to be honest.
We'll see. I think Haskins would perform very well in Denver with his big arm. Same with Drew Lock. I think they'd both be good fits there.
And with the cold weather, do you think when it comes to, I'm not sure if you agree with this concept, but with cold weather, like with warm weather quarterbacks, do you think it's harder for them to adjust to cold weather, like playing in Denver and Colorado and stuff, like playing Denver and New York?
Well, the one thing you always hear is quarterbacks with smaller hands struggle in cold weather. And Drew Lock had the small.
Brady is the exception.
Yeah, there's always going to be exceptions, but Drew Lock, that was the thing that people knocked him at the combine. He had the smallest hands, right? So
yeah,
who knows? I mean, everybody's they looked at pick prospects apart, at the combine, but everything points to that Elway likes him, but like you said, it could be smoke. But we'll see, man. I'm gonna let you go though because I got some people trying to call in. I just want to say thank you for the call.
Okay, have a good day, Chris.
You too,
How was
bud.
your Easter, by the way?
It was good. Went home, saw the family. How about you?
Fine. Dude, I was crazy watching NASCAR, which is odd. I was watching NASCAR on Sunday.
That's something I could never do. I can't get into the NASCAR. but I'm gonna let you go,
You don't
buddy.
like auto racing?
No, I don't.
Okay, yeah. Have a good rest of your night, Chris.
You too, buddy. Have a good one. Let's take this next caller. What's going on? You're on live. Thank you for calling in.
What's up, Chris?
What's up? Who's this?
NFL Nation. You probably see me in the
Yes,
chat.
I seen you in the chat. Yeah, what's up, my man?
What's up, dude? All right, so a lot of people aren't talking about how crucial this draft is for the Giants. If they don't take a quarterback, they're going to be the Cleveland Browns 2.0. They're going to have like 6 wins in 5 years because Eli's just going to keep failing, and it takes a couple times to hit. They kept missing and missing. I mean, Gettleman was a better GM than Hugh Jackson, but I mean, do you like Gettleman?
You're breaking up there. I think basically what you said was that You think the Giants should take a quarterback because Eli's done? Is that essentially what you were saying?
The Giants are going to tank even further. It's going to be very bleak, like the Browns level 0-16.
I don't think that. I don't think they're going to be that. I don't think they're going to be that bad.
If they don't take a quarterback, but if they take one, like Kyler Murray or Dwayne Haskins, they'll be good. They'll rebuild and be fine. They'll be a Super Bowl contender 5 years maybe.
I think they could be fine if they take a quarterback in next year's draft. I don't think they need to take a quarterback this year. I think that I like him. I do, and a lot of people don't because they said he shouldn't have traded Beckham. But my theory with that was, I don't think he ever wanted Beckham here to begin with. I think he signed him knowing that he wasn't going to get anything for him unless he signed him and then traded him. So he got what he could, and he's trying to build this team the way he wants to build it. And one thing I like about Gettleman and the Giants organization is he's got balls. He may do things that you may not agree with, but you know what? You got to give the Giants organization credit for giving him the freedom to be able to do that, because a lot of owners wouldn't have allowed him to draft Saquon Barkley. They would have said, you need to take this quarterback no matter what. A lot of owners would have said, you cannot trade Odell Beckham. He makes me too much money. So I commend the Giants for doing what they think is right. Now it may end up being the wrong decision, but I think they're doing it the right way. I think they're building in the trenches, and I think it's going to take time. As me and Bad Dog always say, when you draft poorly for 7 years, you can't fix it on a dime. It takes 2 or 3 years to restock. And I think the Giants are going to be really good in 2 years. Not this year. I think in 2 years they're going to be really good.
Yeah, I mean, especially if they take a quarterback. But, I mean, they bested my Patriots twice, so, yeah.
Yeah, oh, you're a Patriots fan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I live in New England, so I'm not a bandwagon.
Yeah, no, you guys, I'm envious of you guys. You guys win every freaking year. But, you know, we'll see, man. We'll see how it goes. Real quick before I let you go, who do you want the Patriots taking at 32?
I think that the biggest need that no one's talking about for the Patriots is the front seven. They've lost, what's his name, Trey Flowers and Malcolm Brown. Bill Belichick is not a good GM, but he's a good coach. He's a terrible GM, but he's a good coach. But, man, I got to let you go. Thanks, man.
You got it, buddy. Thank you so much for the call.
Thanks, man.
Well, what's going on? You're on live. Thank you for calling in.
Listen, man, love the show. I'm a big fan. Been watching all your mock drafts and everything. Big, huge New York Giants fan.
I appreciate that,
man.
man.
To anybody who thinks this Odell thing was kind of a, terrible decision, honestly, I really don't believe this is a Gettleman decision. I really believe that, the Maras were the ones that wanted him to get out of here. Because you always see, they were talking, we don't like the whole, the kicking that thing, the Lil Wayne interview, all this stuff. I'm telling you, I think this came from a top-down decision, and the move to get Beckham out of here, I really think is for the best. I mean, we're going to have all this space in the future. We got these 2 draft picks coming up in the first round, which people say the 17th pick isn't, it's not in the top 10, but people fail to realize that this draft this year is so defensive heavy that, you could get a stud in the second round. Everyone throughout the first round is going to be a stud.
Yeah, we hope. But yeah, I agree with you. It's not as sexy as last year's draft, because last year's draft, obviously, you had the 4 big name quarterbacks. You had Chubb, Denzel Ward. You had a lot of nice. It was a very good draft last year. But this year, I think is deeper. I especially on defense.
I do as well, especially pass rusher. You got names out the wazoo for pass rusher.
Yeah, somebody brought up Winovich. Winovich, you get him in the 37th overall pick. He's a damn good player.
Yeah, and you look at that, and then you think to yourself, there's all these people like Winovich that are, they're sleepers. People are just talking about all the, the Rashawn Garys and the Montez Sweats and the Calais and Farrells of the world. Yeah, these guys are great players, but, even if, say, the Giants went, Dwayne Haskins at 6, which I would be ecstatic about. I would also be ecstatic if we took a pass rusher.
Right.
And we could go, like Greedy Williams, DeAndre Baker, someone like that at 17, or even get an Andre Dillard or something.
Right.
And then you get someone in the second round, or even trade back to get another second-round pick, and you could get someone like a Winovich or, a player of that caliber that you can still count on to be a solid starter.
Yeah, I'll say this. This is the right draft for the Giants to have 3 early picks because they need so much help with their defense. And this is the right draft to have those picks because there is a lot of defensive talent in this year's draft. So I wouldn't be upset if they go defense with all 3 picks. I wouldn't be upset if they go Haskins.
Neither
like
would
you
I.
said.
Neither would I.
I wouldn't be upset at all if they take Haskins. I wouldn't be upset if they go. I don't want an offensive tackle at 6, no matter what, because I think you can get a good one at 17 or 37.
Yeah, the value for tackle is you can get it deep in the draft, and there's a lot of teams that could take a tackle, but I mean you got Cody Ford, Jonah Williams, Juwan Taylor, who's going to go high, but then you got people like Greg Little, and then you got that who's that?
Cajuste.
Cajuste,
yeah, Dillard.
Yep. I mean, there's so many names for offensive line and defense in this draft. And, a lot of people are worried about, Eli Manning and all this stuff about how we need a quarterback. Listen, I mean, I'm all in if we want to go Dwayne Haskins. I don't think Kyler Murray's going to make it to us. Even if the Cardinals don't pick him, I don't see John Gruden passing up on him. And I don't see a team like the Bengals not trading up with, say, the Jets or even the Tampa Bay Bucks if they get a right price for him. I don't see him making it all the way to 6. I really don't.
One guy I was thinking about today, and I don't think it would ever happen. What do you think, and I'm not saying they should do this, but what do you think about Hawkinson at 17, if he ever fell?
I mean,
the reason I bring him up is because he's a really good blocker. So
yes, and
you know what I'm saying?
Evan Ingram, I mean, I love the kid. I mean, he's a great tight end for speed and going straight up the seam and splitting the linebackers and the safeties. But his blocking is not up to snuff. And T.J. Hawkinson is just, I mean, he's an animal. I mean, what more can you say about him? He's a prototype Gronk, basically. And, the Giants ran a lot of 2 tight end sets when, Odell was out, Shepard was out, and even back when we had Brandon Marshall. I mean, we ran a lot of 2 tight end sets. And, with him, Rhett Ellison, and Ingram, I mean, that's a dangerous offense. I mean, people seem to forget all the weapons that the Giants have on our team. I mean, our offense is no slouch. And
next year, Ellison will be gone next year. They're going to cut him, and they may not want to bring back Ingram after his rookie contract. Hopkinson kind of fills 2 needs. He gives you that extra weapon, and he helps with the blocking. So that's why I don't think he'll fall there. I think Hopkinson's going to go before 17. But
no, I think he's going to go before that. But even if you wanted to go, I mean, Noah Fant, he's also a great tight end. I mean, yeah, he's not a star blocker like T.J. Hawkinson, or even if you wanted to go at 37, if you wanted to get Irv Smith Jr.
Yeah, there's a lot of options this year. There's a lot of options because we have the picks, and there's a lot of depth in this draft.
Oh, a ton. And, I mean, a lot of people seem to, be worried about, us taking Daniel Jones. I'm telling you, I watched your stream with Bad Dog the other day. I'm right with him. If we take Daniel Jones, I'm jumping out in front of a bus. I'm just telling you, especially at 6. I will literally streak naked into the street and jump in front of a bus. I couldn't take it.
I really don't think they're going to do maybe at 37, but I really don't think they'll take Daniel Jones in the first round. I hope. If that happens,
yeah.
If that happens, we're going to be flipping out. I'll tell you that right now. If they take Daniel Jones in the first 17 pick.
And people want to bash Gettleman instantly because of this Odell thing. I mean, I saw we got an F in free agency on Bleacher Report, and I'm thinking, just because we traded Odell, it's not the be-all and end-all. I mean, he's a dependent player. I mean, he can't do anything if he can't get the ball, and if we don't have a quarterback to throw to him, why the hell are we going to pay all that money to him? I mean, people seem to think that, Odell could have brought us to the Super Bowl. Well, I don't know. What happened the last time we made it to the playoffs? He didn't show up.
Odell brought us. I'm sorry. In terms of wins, Odell didn't bring anything. The 1 year, we had a winning record 1 year with Odell Beckham. We went 11-5, and he had very little to do with it. The reason we went 11-5 that year was the defense. The offense was bad.
I agree.
The offense was bad.
And it's that one year wonder plan that Jerry Reese had. We bring all these, huge contracts in, not near the end of their careers, but someone like Janoris Jenkins, who's kind of near the end of his career, Snacks Harrison, who is still, playing at a high level. But, I mean, you bring all these people in,
Vernon,
and we have a great year, and it just makes them look amazing. And now we have all these crappy contracts. Thank God we got rid of all of them except Janoris. But, I mean, now you look at our defense. I mean, what do we have? Nobody.
We have
nobody.
a rebuild. We have a rebuild. That's why.
And it's full-on rebuild for defense. I mean, the only people I feel like we should even consider keeping on this defense, Lorenzo Carter, if he steps up and gets a few more, sacks this year, pressures a little bit more, and Dalvin Tomlinson and B.J. Hill. B.J. Hill is also really good.
And
everybody else,
and Peppers.
And Peppers, yeah, obviously. But I mean, who else? Our linebackers are atrocious. B.J. Goodson hasn't been good at all. Alec Ogletree, I don't even want to get started on him.
Ogletree sucks. He can't cover to save his life.
But people will say, oh man, but he had those those interceptions all year. He got lucky. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. If you watch his film when he was with the Rams,
he was the lowest. He was the lowest rated player on the Giants defense per PFF. I think he had like a 50 grade. It was really bad.
Yeah.
You know.
I don't know, man.
But great caller, man. Great caller, man. What's your name, by the way? And not you don't got to give me your real name, but your YouTube name.
The Savage Boz.
Okay, I'll look out for you, man. But yeah, great call, man. Thank you for calling in.
Yep, no problem.
All right, buddy. Have a good one.
Yep, you too.
Let me see what we got here. What's going on? You're on live. Thank you for calling in.
Hey, it's me, Damien.
Damien, what's up, my man? Thank you for the call.
Hey, I'm here calling about, to ask you 5 questions.
5 questions. Okay.
What do you think about Bears using those 6th round or 5th round trades that we got from Eagles in this draft to trade up to get the first or second?
Not gonna happen. You're gonna have to trade a lot more than your 5th and 6th round picks to move up to a 2nd round pick.
Damn.
Yeah. Your Bears are pretty much stuck with a 3rd round pick. I mean, maybe if they do the 3rd and then they're but at that point just stay where you are and yeah, I don't think your Bears are moving up to the 2nd round.
Damn. All right. Who do you think could replace Jordan Howard?
What wasn't there news that came out on Bryce Love, the running back? Something came out on him recently. Didn't he get hurt?
Yeah.
That was a guy that I thought that the Bears could target in the 3rd round. To be honest with you, we have Saquon Barkley, so I don't do a lot of research at the running back position because it's not something that the Giants really need. Josh Jacobs is obviously the top running back, but you have no shot at getting him. I'm sure there's going to be running backs, though. There's going to be running backs that are available in the 3rd round, 4th round.
All right. Another thing, what you think about Chris Bluish from Pittsburgh taking Cody Parkey's spot?
Oh, the guy from the AAF?
Yeah.
I mean, Cody Parkey, you knew was going to get cut after what he did. I mean, missing that field goal for you guys. I mean,
yeah.
Yeah. No,
that was hell.
Yeah, I think you guys signed to a 3-year contract. The kicker from the AAF, right?
I think so, something like that.
Yeah. I mean, I guess you had to get rid of Parkey after that.
We already did, thank God.
Yeah. But anything else, my man?
Yeah. Those guys from the Jets are gonna hate me because I have Lonnie Love going to Oxford 6.
Who?
Hold on, I got it right here somewhere.
Thank you, Pat. I really appreciate that.
Either Greedy Williams or Julian Love.
No way. Maybe you could argue Greedy Williams. No way, Love. No way. Maybe you could argue Greedy Williams, but I don't think so. I don't think the Giants are going corner at 6. I think they're either going to go pass rusher or quarterback. I don't see anything else. I think it's going to be a top-tier pass rusher or quarterback at 6.
And how do you see the Bears Giants game? if we don't put
I think you guys. I
Chase
mean, I think
Daniels
you guys
in.
are obviously heavy favorites. I mean, it's in Chicago. Last year we beat you, so it's a revenge game for you guys, and you guys right now have a better team. But the one thing I'll say about the Bears, and then I'm going to let you go, I think the Packers are vastly improved this year in the offseason. I think they're going overlooked by a lot of people.
Hell no.
They made a lot of big moves this offseason in free agency. They picked up 2 very good pass rushers, and they picked up Amos, a very good safety. They have 2 first-round picks. So I think the Packers are going to be vastly improved, and I think the Vikings are still very good. So I don't think the Bears are, if they are the favorite, it's a very small favorite in that division. I think any one of those 3 teams can win.
Damn.
But anything else, buddy?
Nah, that's basically it.
All right, my man. I appreciate the call, buddy.
All right. Thank you.
Have a good one. And I see Daniel Jones is in the chat. Thank you for popping in. Please get the hell out of here, Daniel Jones. All right, let's see. What's going on? You're on live. Thank you for calling in.
What's going on? It's Big Blue.
Big Blue, what's up, my man? Big Blue, of course, played me in Madden today. What's up?
Yeah, you would probably want to forget about that, huh?
Yeah.
Nah, but would you be upset if the Giants drafted 2 linebackers at 6 and 17? Obviously, it depends on who's still on the board. But if we got a really good linebacker at 6 and a decent linebacker at 17, would you be against that and try to target a different position?
Are you talking about 2 inside linebackers, or are you talking about an OLB?
Like one outside linebacker or one inside linebacker.
I wouldn't be against that. If they go, say, with a, I don't know, Devin White at 6 and then get a Montez Sweat to play that edge rusher out of the outside linebacker, I wouldn't be against that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I was just thinking how, like, I was just thinking about our division and how we have a bunch. We're going to need linebackers, especially if we're running 3-4 and we got to get after the quarterback, because that's really what our defense is. James Betcher, or Mike Betcher. What's his name?
James Betcher.
I forgot.
James Betcher.
All right, yeah, I wanted to make sure I got that right. He loves sending blitzes, so I was always thinking about our division, how, we have Dak Prescott in our division, Ezekiel Elliott. We have all these other, really good and speedy players in our division that we would want to try to contain. The Redskins, not so much, but I would think that we would need good linebackers if we want to win our divisional games, especially because a lot of the teams in our division are kind of on a run. I don't want to say run heavy, but they run the ball a decent amount, and some of them do have mobile quarterbacks.
It's a great point you bring up. I just want to say, Savage Boz, man, anytime, man. Great call by you, Savage Boz. Thank you, and Rudy, man. Rudy's still in here. He's laughing about Daniel Jones and 40 Luck, man. I love that you love it, man. I hope you keep coming back. But no, that's a great point you bring up about the mobile quarterbacks and having linebackers that could cover them with the Dak Prescotts, the Carson Wentz's of the world. That's a really good point you bring up, and especially if the Redskins were to draft, a Kyler Murray, God forbid, or someone like that. Especially in today's game, and especially in a 3-4 defense, you really need athletic linebackers, not just for mobile quarterbacks, but for tight ends, for running backs that go out on passing routes. That's a big part of the game now. Speed is so important in a modern day NFL defense. More so than it ever was, in the 90s and 80s. You really need speed on your defense.
Yep. And I'm going to rewind a little bit here. If, let's say, the Giants acquired Jabril Peppers early, let's say the Giants made a trade and they got Jabril Peppers, and this was before we re-signed everybody. So even though that'll probably be impossible because of the trade deadline and all of that. But let's just say, hypothetically, that this happened. So pretty much, let's say that if we got Jabril Peppers and you knew we were going to have him, would you have re-signed Landon Collins or franchise tagged him and maybe moved him to free safety to help out the defense?
Okay, so you're asking if you're saying if we were going to acquire Jabril Peppers via free agency or draft?
No, I mean if we traded for Jabril Peppers way earlier than we did.
So you're saying if the Beckham trade happened before the Collins? I will say this. They would have been a perfect match because Peppers could play that center field and Collins would be that box safety. But I just think Collins got so overpaid. I don't think he was worth that contract.
Definitely.
I was glad, to be honest with you, that the Giants didn't sign him knowing it would have been that price tag. He's $14 million a year
I'm-
for a safety is a hell of a lot of money.
Yeah, and especially for one that can't really cover that well. Hey, I'm happy the Redskins signed him to that because they're in our division. That's going to hurt their team in the long run, so I'm happy with that.
Yeah, he's not worth that. And I like Collins, but he's not
Mhm.
worth that. And he got paid that because of his age. You know, he's still young and he makes big
definitely. A lot of
plays,
potential.
but he's not worth that. He's not. The Giants could use that money in better ways, in my opinion.
Yep, definitely. And one last thing. Do you see the Giants maybe, since they have a bunch of picks, I think it's 12 or 13? I think it's
12.
I'm not sure.
I think it's 12.
Yeah, 12? All right,
Yeah.
so 12 draft picks. I can't imagine all of those 12 draft picks being players. I have to imagine that they're going to trade up to maybe move up to get another first-round pick. Do you think that's a possibility?
Yeah, I think it's possible. They have. So you're saying move up from 37 to like a 27, 28 in that range.
Yeah.
They have the ammunition to do it. They have an early second-round pick. They have, 9 picks between rounds 3 and 7. So, they could package together some of those picks and move up if they see a player there they really like 100%. Say, I'll give you a couple of examples where I think they could move up to like 27, for example. If a Cody Ford ever fell there or an Andre Dillard, an offensive lineman like that, I could see him moving up 10 spots. If they really, really like the wide receiver, like an A.J. Brown or a Hollywood Brown or whatever, I could see him moving up there. I think those are two situations, maybe a pass rusher, depending on what they did with those first 2 picks. If they took Haskins at 6 and they really needed a pass rusher and say like a Calais Farrell was falling or a Brian Burns and they were in the mid-20s, I could see him making a jump there. I think there's definitely certain scenarios where they could look to trade up.
Yeah, I think one of the more realistic trade up will be like if we traded up in the 3rd round, because what do we have, the 32nd pick in the 3rd round?
Yeah,
It's a really late
if it's
pick.
not the last, it's like the second to last. Real quick,
Yeah.
I saw Savage Boz ask me, what do you think of Ed Oliver at 6 and trade up for Haskins with the Broncos? I brought that possibility up to Bad Dog, actually, Savage Boz, a couple of weeks ago, where I don't know if it was Ed Oliver, but I said we go defense at 6, and then if Haskins falls, whether it be 10, 11, or 12, would the Giants entertain that? It would depend on the price for me. I don't know if I'd move up to 10, but if you got past the Broncos and the Bengals, the Packers could be a spot where they might entertain that move from 17 to 12. But anything else, my man?
Yeah, one last thing, I promise.
No, it's all right.
But, yeah, so look, I was thinking about, like, this scenario, right? And I was thinking, it's basically, it's 2 scenarios. One is, like, maybe, I was thinking that maybe Gettleman was looking at the Odell trade, and, when they got the 1st-round pick and Jabril Peppers in the 3rd-round pick. I was thinking about that trade, and basically, do you think Gettleman possibly looked at the trade saying, yeah, that's good because we can get that 1st-round pick and our franchise quarterback? And another thing that I wanted to say, maybe that's how he looked at that trade. And the last thing I wanted to say was that maybe Gettleman is going to get a quarterback at 6 and is going to get like an offensive tackle at 17. I'm not saying that I would do this. Obviously, I would never do that because we have too many holes on defense. But what if he did that, and knowing how stacked the defensive side of the ball is, or how deep the draft is for the defensive side of the ball, said, let's get some more mid, 2nd-round picks, 3rd-round picks, and trade up for that and get our quarterback at 6, and then try to get an offensive tackle to complete to complete the offense, and then draft defense later since there's so much depth.
It's very possible that's exactly what he's thinking. Me personally, I think I have no problem with Haskins at 6. But I want them to attack the defense with 2 out of those 3 first picks because, especially in this year's draft, there's so much top tier talent. I know there's depth as well, but I want them to go defense with 2 of those 3 picks. Whether that means
me too.
Whether that means 2 defensive players and an offensive lineman or 2 defensive players and a quarterback, but I want them to go defense with 2 out of those first 3 picks.
Yeah, well that's it. I know there's a lot of other people trying to call in and all of that, so I'll let you go.
All right, buddy. Thank you so much for the call. I really appreciate that, my man.
No problem. Have a nice night.
All right, have a good one, man. And
You too.
we offer 17, future 2nd, and a 5th. That's possible. That would get it done, probably. A future 2nd, 17, and one of our 3 5s. That might make sense. What's going on? You're on live. Thank you for calling in.
Dolphin sex. Okay. What's up? You don't recognize my voice?
I'm thinking this is Lawan.
Yeah, this is Luan.
What's up, buddy?
And I want to talk about the draft and what should we get?
Yeah. Yeah. What do you want to talk about? You asking me, or do you have a do you have a?
Yeah, I'm gonna say what I think, and I don't know. I feel like we should get defense for the 6th pick and the first round. I feel like the whole first round we should get defense. And yeah, I just want to know your opinion because I didn't tune in to hear your opinion.
Yeah. Real quick, Damien. No, man, you did great, Damien. Nothing to apologize about. You did great. But as far as what I think, yeah, basically what I've said is I'm still on the Haskins train. If he's there at 6, Haskins or a pass rusher at 6. That's what I want. And if they go pass rusher 17, I either want a cornerback or an offensive lineman, a right tackle. I don't want them to take a quarterback if it's not at 6. And then at 37, whatever you didn't take there. But you could also double up with the pass rusher, or a middle linebacker. You could go Devin Bush at 17 and then go offensive line or corner at 37, whether it be a Rock Ya-Sin, whether it be a Greg Little, whether it be a Dalton Reisner. So there's a lot of different avenues they can take. But for the first pick, quarterback or a pass rusher at 6 for sure.
I'd be mad if they got a quarterback. Here's why: because we already have Eli, and we already have Kyle Letta, which we're already training him to be our next franchise quarterback. So that's.
So you believe in Letta? You think he could be the guy?
Yeah, I think he could be the guy.
If that's what you think, then yeah, of course you shouldn't want them drafting a quarterback. I personally don't think that, but we didn't see a lot of him. He only had through 5 throws. The Giants didn't show a lot of confidence in him last year. He didn't even break the practice squad until like week 12 or 13. And he already had some off the field concerns. Yeah, and he already had some off the field concerns with the police or whatever it was. And I don't know. But if that's what you believe, of course they shouldn't draft the quarterback.
I'm looking at the Giants schedule. I'm like kind of happy because we have basically 9 home games, and that day against the Jets is on my birthday, and I can't wait. I'm most likely going to go to that game.
That's awesome, man.
I'm pretty sure you and Bad Dog.
Me, Bad Dog, Jet Central, Rover Sports might be there. There's a bunch of people that are going to be there.
Wow, that's gonna be a fun night.
Yeah, it's gonna be a blast, man. It's gonna be a blast. I don't think.
How's the Mets doing?
I didn't even look. Let me see actually. I know it was a rain delay last I checked. Right now it still says. Let me see. Oh no, it's underway. It's in the bottom of the 3rd and says no score right now. But
I don't really keep up with. I don't really keep up with garbage teams.
Anything else, my man?
Nah, man. I just want to say keep doing what you're doing, man. It's very entertaining watching your stream because you're the entertainer.
I appreciate that. I really do. I appreciate that.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, my man. I'll talk to you. I'll talk to you soon, buddy. Keep up the great work on your channel as well.
Oh yeah.
All right. And Rudy says I'm grabbing a 6-pack and tuning. Me and Bad Dog appreciate that. Mets up 1-0. There you go. And somebody asked me. I usually go 3 hours with these shows, so we'll probably call it a night. I might go a little over time, but probably in about 20 minutes. What's going on? You're on live. Thank you for calling in.
Hello, this is Gabe again.
Gabe again. What's up, Gabe? How you doing?
I'm good. So basically, I have a question about the Giants. Do you think the Josh Rosen trade for a 2nd-round pick in the draft, do you think that's still on the table for Dave Gettleman, or you think they're going to get a quarterback at 6, or what do you think is going to happen there?
I mean, I'm not going to say it's completely off the table, but, I mean, everything you're hearing now, it seems more and more likely that they may not be taking Kyle Murray. I wouldn't give up the 17 for Rosen. If you get him for 37, I would do it. 37 and like a future 3rd or something, I would do it. But I wouldn't give up the 17 for him. And, yeah, I think it's 6. I think it's either going to be a quarterback. I keep saying it, quarterback or a pass rusher at 6. That's where I think we are. I don't think they're going to go offensive line. They could certainly go offensive line at 17, but at 6, I think you're looking at whoever they think is the best available pass rusher, whoever that may be. We don't know who they have, but or Dwayne Haskins, or if Kyle Murray drops. I think that's what you're looking at.
All right. Also, do you think Josh Allen might fall at 6? Because I've noticed that, like, I have kind of a feeling that Quinnen Williams might go to the Raiders. I don't know. I just feel like John Gruden might fit his defense a little more than Josh Allen. So, would you take Josh Allen at 6 if he was available?
Oh God, yes. If Josh Allen is there at 6, I will run from my stream to the stage at the draft and force the Giants to take Josh Allen.
Watch them draft Kyle Shermer though.
No. But if Josh Allen is there, oh God, Josh Allen is the perfect fit for our defense, and I love that guy. Please.
He's not it for me right now. Like people talk about his interceptions, but to be honest, I just feel like those 5, he's just right place, right time. You know, a lot of them were deflections.
Oh, you're talking about Ogletree.
Yeah.
Well, Ogletree's an inside linebacker. Allen's an edge rusher. But if you were looking for Devin White, would be his replacement.
Linebacker death. That's what I was saying.
Yeah, Devin White or Devin Bush. Those would be the 2 guys. Mac Wilson maybe in the 2nd round. That's where you're looking.
I forgot about Mac Wilson. Yeah, he's pretty good.
Yeah.
Deal.
Yeah, potential 37th overall Mac Wilson.
One last question. Do you think that Eli Manning's a Hall of Famer?
Oh, no doubt.
No doubt?
No doubt.
You think like a 1st round or like maybe 2nd round Hall of Fame?
He probably won't get in first ballot because, one because he doesn't have the. I mean, okay, he's definitely he has to be a Hall of Famer. I mean, he's 6th or 7th all time in passing yards. I think he had the 2nd longest streak ever by a quarterback. Total games played. He's in the top 6, 7, 8 in touchdowns, yards, everything. He's got the 2 Super Bowls, the 2 Super Bowl MVPs. And people knock him because he's a Manning and because he played for New York. He's got a dopey face, and his regular season statistics aren't great. But I'm not a stats guy. I take a lot of things into account. I take into account that he played in the Meadowlands, which is one of the hardest stadiums to play in all of the NFL for the first half of his career. I also take into account that they didn't provide him with an offensive line the second half of his career. Eli Manning is a no doubt Hall of Famer. He probably will not get in the first ballot because everyone compares him to Peyton and everything else, but yes, he has to be a Hall of Famer at some point.
All right, thanks, man. Keep doing your thing. Obviously, you deserve way more subs. Like, obviously, like, you're just the king, man. You're the king of sports YouTube in my mind. Honestly, you're just.
I mean, I always love when people call in and tell me things like that because that's what drives me to keep working harder and harder. So, I really appreciate that.
All right. Thanks for picking up.
You got it, my man. Thank you so much. Go on globaltruthproject.com and read The Present to see the truth about life and death. Oh, okay. We got a religious guy in the chat. I'll be sure to do that after the stream. What's going on? You're on live. Thank you for calling in.
It's me again, Entertainer. How's it going?
What's going on, Mike Nixon? What's going on? Can I have you call back in a minute? I think I got somebody who hasn't called in yet.
Yeah, no problem, man. No problem.
I missed him. All right, you can talk. Go ahead.
Huh?
Go ahead. He hung up. You can talk.
Oh, okay. So, there's a player I'm kind of eyeing, but I feel like we wouldn't maybe have to trade up in the first round, and I kind of wouldn't want to. I would kind of want to wait and see how far he would fall, and I think it would help out our secondary a little bit, because for some reason, his stock started going high, but now it's kind of falling a little bit. And that's Nazir Adderley.
I like Adderley a lot. Real quick, M-Sam, I've seen you ask the whole... Yeah, please call in. I'll try to get to everybody I can. I can only take so many people, but... Adderley, yeah, I like... I love Adderley. I think he's the best safety in this draft, to be honest with you, out of Delaware.
Because, like, lately I've seen his stock fall. Like, today, I know he really can't put nothing to mock drafts, but I've seen a couple mock drafts that have him going, like, toward the end of the second round. And like you said, I think he's one of.
Yeah, that's crazy to me.
I think that's one of the best safeties. Now, this is what I was thinking. We still make our pick. We still make our pick at 37, and then, like, just say Adderley keeps falling. I'm staying around maybe 40. Like, if he's still there around like the 45th or 46th pick, I would package some of our picks that we have, considering that we have 12 picks and all in the draft, and maybe even something in the future, like next year, maybe like a second rounder next year or something, and trade up and get him.
It's possible, depending if he really drops into the mid to late second round. I'd be surprised. I think he could certainly make the second round. But I think early second round he's off the board, and he possibly could go 37 to the Giants. The thing is, the safety isn't their biggest pressing need now, especially after they addressed it with Bethea and Jabril Peppers.
That's true.
So, but I do like him, and I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken, a lot of people think he could play corner too. They think he's like a hybrid that could play both. If I'm not,
I didn't hear that, but that is a interesting point. I might have to do some research on that.
I'm pretty sure I read that about him, but I do like him a lot. He's probably my favorite safety in this year's draft.
Now, there's something I was reading a little bit ago during your stream. They actually came out with. Did you know that they kind of put out some of the scores of the Wonderlic test?
No, I did not know that.
Yeah, and this is kind of getting me to why maybe that the Cardinals are passing on him, because Kyler Murray had the worst Wonderlic score out of all the quarterbacks.
Well, that's what you heard during the combine. They went over Kyler Murray's, blackboard work or whatever, the way he reads defenses and breaking down film. And who knows, but from everything you read, they were left very unimpressed with that part of his game.
Yeah, he scored a 20 on the Wonderlic test.
Wow, I mean that's not always the be all end all. I mean Ryan.
That's what I was going to say too. Because there's college athletes that had no freaking school smarts at all, but when it comes to football, forget about it. They're freaking geniuses.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
It's not the be all end all, but I know that some teams judge based off of that.
I know Haskins was like a 25. So,
to me, from what I see with I think Haskins is a very smart guy. From everything I see on him on YouTube and film that I've watched, and the way he breaks down film, I like Haskins in terms of intelligence. I think he's a very smart quarterback.
And then I just wanted to give you a quick update because I got live updates on the Mets. That bottom of the third, they were up 2-0.
Yeah, I saw that. Somebody posted that there in the chat. I appreciate that, my man.
No problem. But I'll let you get back to some other callers that haven't called in. I just figured I'd keep the trend going. Thank God these trolls finally stopped calling, because it was. I know I shouldn't really get pissed off about it, but I was getting pissed off about it.
It is what it is, man. Unfortunately,
it's not fair to you.
Yeah,
it really isn't.
I appreciate it, man. When I first started this, I was getting a lot. It seemed to have died down, but I guess it picked up tonight because maybe they thought it would be a busy show with the draft talk. So, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
It is what it is. But thank you so much for the call, buddy.
No problem, man. Well, I just want to say one more thing.
Go ahead.
Because I'm going back to your comment. If Josh Allen was there assist, can I run up to the podium with you?
Oh yeah, me and you will both run up there and we'll take him.
Entertaining. I can't wait for the draft. And then if for some reason we do freaking take Daniel Jones, my TV might have a fucking hole in it. And I might get fucking arrested because I'll be extremely pissed off. I might be put in handcuffs because I might be arrested for disorderly conduct.
All right, buddy. Let me go though, because I got a couple of people calling. Have a good one, my man.
All right, that was a good one, man.
All right. Let's take this. I'm not sure. Amsems gave me his first. I completely forgot what it was. What's going on? You're on live. Thank you for calling in. Oh, what's going on, Whitney? She says, Chris, good luck in turning your hair gray on Thursday. Whitney, thank you for tuning in.
Hey,
What's
how you
going
doing,
on,
buddy?
What's going on? Who's this?
My name is Ivan, first-time caller. Just gotta say, I've been just following you for a couple of weeks, and I gotta say, your show is amazing, man.
Oh man, I appreciate that, Ivan. Because I have a long-time subscriber's name's Ivan. I was thinking that might be him. So you're new to the channel.
Yeah, I'm under New York Giants 1019. I literally just created it today because I figured I'd put it in the chat. So.
Oh, cool stuff, man. I appreciate you calling in. Thank you for the kind words.
No problem. I want to ask you two scenarios, and then I have a kind of like a question, because I'm kind of like debating, because I've been following a lot of different people, their mock tracks. 50% of it's kind of crazy, but whatever. But my question is, will you actually prefer Rosen over Haskins? And if you did, what about the scenario you trade the 17th pick, but also get back the Cardinals, let's say their top second pick, or probably get in the third pick, where at least it gives us that flexibility, where we can have that early third-round pick also.
Okay.
Being that we get pick in 97.
Here's my take on this question, and it's a good question. I know when you look at the tape, Rosen, a lot of people, and it's definitely debatable, and most people would tell you Rosen's more talented than Haskins, especially with Haskins' lack of experience. But the one thing I was scared about, and for the right price, I prefer Rosen to Haskins, but it's got to be the right price. But the one thing I was scared about with Rosen last year, I didn't know how well he would handle New York. He's very outspoken. He's the opposite of Eli in that sense, right? Like, he's very... Right. That's what I was worried about more than anything else. Plus, he's not the most mobile guy. Not that Haskins is. But for a second-round pick and a future third... Now, you're asking for the 17th, and we get Arizona's second, essentially, which is an early second. I think they have the first pick in the second round.
Yeah, they do. They got 33rd, but I'm thinking they probably won't give that one up. But I think they would give up the 65 back. But it's just fine because we have the 97 pick, so getting the 65 will kind of give us that flexibility to get the first pick in the third round, which, again, you could still get maybe that tackle that we really need at that particular point. Because I think after the whatever trade you do, you should definitely go defense on 6, trade 17, and then go back 37, either cornerback.
Yeah. So you're saying you're saying give up 17, get 65, and get Rose.
Right.
That's not the worst trade I've ever heard in the world. I don't think it would cost that much, to be honest with you. I don't think teams are rushing to the stage for Rosen. Not because they don't think he's talented, but because they know the Cardinals, if they do this, are putting themselves between a rock and a hard place, and they don't have leverage. I think if the Giants came to him right now and said, we're going to give you 37 and a future third, they'd have Rosen. I really think that.
Yeah, because there's rumors out there, and like the Patriots 32nd, they're willing to part ways with 32nd and then keep him behind Brady. But the only way to really entice them is giving that mid-level pick, because technically that's what they're looking for, is a first-rounder. They did trade a lot last year to get Rosen. But
and that's why I'm shocked that they're even entertaining doing this, because of what they gave up last year.
This way, this is my thought on that. Hypothetically, all the rumors are talking about, obviously, Daniel Jones. However, if they did get Jones, so realistically, it'll probably be on 17 to beat a couple of those teams at the end of the round. So technically, we're giving up the 17 pick for possible, because everybody's saying he's overrated, which I think he is, for the 17 pick. Why not get Rosen, which is polished? He has 1 year on his belt. You still got him for the next 3 years. And at that point, you can also get back a 6th, 5th, because there's a lot of also to talk about trading a couple 4s, a couple 5ths for the third round to move up in the third round. But in this scenario, you get your quarterback. You move up in the third round with all one trade.
It's a really good idea. It's essentially drafting Drew Lock at 17, only it's Josh Rosen instead, or Daniel Jones, whatever, and also having a very early third-round pick.
Yep.
Yeah, no, that makes a lot more sense. If there's all fantasy land, we don't even know if Arizona's taking Kyle Murray, but yeah, that proposed trade makes a lot more sense to me than drafting Drew Lock or Daniel Jones, who I'm not very high on, at 17. Yeah, I would do that potentially. I would, but
yeah, because
I think you could get him for less. But it's definitely not a bad idea thinking out of the box like that.
Yeah, because other scenarios is like that's what they want. They want the first round, and I think all that talk about they're not getting him, they're getting him. They're just trying to basically a couple of the NFL announcers basically started saying that they're just hyping it up. So like that, they'd be like, oh, they're not getting him, they're going to keep Rosen, so let's give them this pick, or they're just hyping it up. But the other thing is, too, because the other scenario I had, which I was going to run by you, was in the 6th pick, realistically, all the top guys are going to be gone. So I feel like if the 6th pick, if you trade down to, let's say, the 9 or the 10, you could get a second-round pick, and you probably get, realistically, the same kind of player at 6. Because if you get a Brian, or you get possibly, let's say, Wilkins, or you get a couple of tackles, they're going to be there probably in the 9 and 10 spot. Because I figured there's a couple of spots going to go, but that's what I was thinking about, because obviously you definitely got to address a quarterback, but I don't want to give up all that or trade Haskins at 6, and then if they're not sure about him either, that's the point. That's like, I think they should take priority on that or trade down and get a couple extra picks.
I like it. It's definitely, I like the out-of-the-box thing, and you can tell that you put a lot of thought into it. This is all if Arizona does it. We don't know yet. We're not going to know until draft night, but if they do, I think the Giants are definitely up there as one of the 2 or 3 favorites to land Rosen services, so we'll have to wait and see, man. I just can't wait till it's over and we know what happens.
Well, yeah, the dominoes will fall once we know what they're doing in the first pick. But I think they are going to take them because that's the kind of style they like. So they think, Kyler is going first, but that's just going to, because there's a rumor, I don't know if you read it, the Oakland Raiders, I guess because you've been on this for a couple hours, Oakland Raiders are realistically, they're not. They're gonna think out the box because there's a rumor saying
I heard this.
of
I
course,
think
that they're gonna pick.
Yeah, I heard that they. Well, maybe I didn't hear the rumor you're talking about, but the rumor I heard with the Raiders is the player they're taking is not a player that most people think they will take. They didn't give
Correct.
they didn't give a name, but I heard people assuming it was Ed Oliver.
Yeah, Oliver, correct. And then at that point, that means Williams might fall on lap, or of course the linebacker, which I actually love, LSU. So I kind of love that idea, LSU, and possibly follow up with another LSU at Grady Williams. So probably maybe another corner, which is probably going to be 17, because they definitely got to address that. I know a caller earlier mentioned about the corner, but they keep forgetting that Sam Beal was the compensatory pick for last year, which
Well,
I
yeah,
think is
Sam
actually
Beal
going to be pretty good.
Right now is our starter going into the year. Yeah.
So,
But yeah,
all
man,
right,
great
well,
call. I'm just gonna try to get one or two more people in before I call it a night. But yeah,
no, you're good.
Thank you so
take
much
care,
for
and,
the
thanks
call,
for
man.
entertaining us every day.
You got it, man. Thank you for being a big part of the channel.
All right.
I see 732M. I can't wait forever though. I can't wait forever. I appreciate that, Sinan Jayas. Thank you very much. I am gonna give you, because I know you've been waiting the whole time. I'm gonna give you. There you are. Okay. What's going on? You're on live. Thank you for calling in, Sam.
Oh my goodness. Hallelujah.
What's up, my man?
Chris. So I was watching, it was NFL posted a mock draft earlier today. It was like a bunch of the people like on the show, like Bucky, all of them, they did a mock, and they brought up a good point with what's the fastest way if you got from point A to point B, how's the fastest way to get there?
If you go straight line.
Yeah, so with a player like Ed Oliver at 6, you could ridiculously get to the quarterback. If he's, like, I was thinking about it, like, I didn't really want him. But then I thought he was the consensus #1 overall pick before the season started, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know. Now thinking that maybe he can slip to us would be crazy.
I like Oliver at 6. And by the way, I just want to say hello to and Bryce Harper got kicked out of the game this day. Just want to say hello to Sir Cardinal. If you haven't done so, please go check out his channel. He's got great content over there. Thank you for stopping in, Sir Cardinal. And Goquan's in the house. He brought the turtles. I appreciate that. Yeah, I like Ed Oliver at 6, depending on who goes before us. I have him ranked 5th on defense. I have him ranked as the 5th best defensive player in this year's draft, with a very high upside. He may have the highest ceiling of anyone in this draft. That's how high his ceiling potentially could be. Of course, he had some of the issues with the coach and everything else, but Ed Oliver's really, really talented.
I think the dream scenario, in my opinion, would be Ed Oliver at 6, or like Quentin Williams, obviously one of the top defensive players fall. But Ed Oliver at 6, and then maybe like I think someone said it earlier, trading up to 10 to try to get Haskins if he's there.
Yeah, yeah. Somebody said that earlier in the chat. Yeah, that's definitely a possibility, I suppose. If I don't know about 10, but if he gets to 12, yeah, I could see them trying to move up with Green Bay, possibly. We'll see.
I don't think he'd get to 12.
I don't think he would either. But the thing is this: if the Broncos are going to take him, why would they trade back at 10? You'd have to trade up to 9,
No.
I guess.
I'm not worried about the Broncos. I'm worried about the Redskins.
Well,
I think that they're like a serious team that would really like
move up.
Just try to move up.
Yeah.
I don't know. Right now, if I were the Giants, I'd go all defense in the first 3 picks, or a tackle at 37, and then next year not tank, but I don't think we'll be that great next year. So next year we try to move up to 1 or 2 to get Tua.
See, and I agree with everything the Savage just said, by the way, about Rosen and how he's already been Rosen was put in a horrible situation last year with Arizona too. I agree with everything you just said there, but
yeah, he was in a really bad place with no weapons.
Yeah, but the thing with Tua and that strategy, that is why I'm like, if we like Haskins this year, or if we can trade for Rosen, just do it. That way we don't have to give up all these assets to go up and get Tua next year. and we just focus on improving everything else next year. So that's why I'd rather not give away the farm, because if we finish with like the 15th, 16th overall pick, you'd have to give up a fortune to move up and get a Tua, or to get a Herbert, or whoever you want to get. You're going to give up 3 first-round picks.
I don't think we'd be in the 15th. I think we're still going to be probably in the top 10 next year, realistically.
Well, there's a good chance that, but you don't know. You don't know.
And anyways, I like Haskins a lot, but I think him and Herbert are like on a close, like 1A, 1B. So if we get Herbert next year, I wouldn't be mad about it.
I like Herbert. Herbert, you can argue, has a higher ceiling than Haskins. I like Haskins' arm a little more, but Herbert is more of has more athletic ability. Herbert, to me, is not great at anything, but he's good at everything. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I like Herbert. I probably would have had him 1 this year at the quarterback position had he come out. Either him or Haskins would have been 1 for me.
I had a scenario. My teacher, he's a Cowboys fan, but we talk football a lot in his class. I was thinking, what if, let's say we traded for Rosen, right? We have him for another 3 years. But let's say Rosen doesn't pan out to be the quarterback we want. Now, obviously, if he does, we keep him. But if he doesn't, he's just there. We wait, and we can probably get a quarterback in 2021 with Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah, but that's the other thing. Then you're just hoping, because nobody's trading down if they have the number 1 pick and they need a quarterback for Trevor Lawrence. In a perfect world, if you told me we are going to have the number 1 pick in 2021, I'll say, yeah, let's just wait. But you don't know that. There's no way of knowing that, you know?
If we have to, if I'm Dave Gettleman, I'd give up 4 first-round picks to get him if we're not at the number 1 pick.
But what if the team who's picking number 1 needs a quarterback? They're not going to trade out. You could give them 10 first-round picks. If Trevor Lawrence is thought to be the next Andrew Luck, they're not trading out of that spot.
What about Justin Fields? He's also going to be in that class.
Got to see more of him. But got to see more of him. But I'm sold on Lawrence. Lawrence to me is the real deal. But there's no way of knowing who's going to be picking there and where we're going to be picking, and if he's even going to be available via trade.
I think if we really want him that bad, I'd tank. Like, I know you're not allowed to. I know in the NBA it's way different than football, but I'd like tank as much as I can to get him. Like, he's that good. Like,
I get what you're saying. You're wasting, by doing that, you're also wasting Barkley's rookie contract. You know what I'm saying? I can't tank. I can't do it. I got to go out there and try to compete next year when I have all that cap space. And I think next year Giants going to be really good. I'm not saying, I don't mean this year, I mean the following year. I think they're going to be really good when they have $100 million in cap space.
I don't know.
I get your logic. I get your logic. I'm not saying it's crazy. I just don't think it'll happen. I don't think the timing measures up.
I'm a Clemson fan, so I have really high hopes for Trevor Lawrence.
I love Trevor Lawrence.
I think he'll be the next Peyton Manning. I honestly think maybe even the next Elway.
Ooh, that's big. That's big. But I do think he's going to be a top 10 quarterback minimum. In the league when he's playing. I think he's a can't miss prospect. But go ahead,
Chris. We need to do a stream one day on MLB.
Oh yeah? All right. What do you want to
do? Yankees Mets.
You're a Yankee fan?
Yeah.
All right. I think me and Bad Dog are doing
4th.
a Yankees Mets if the schedules match up. But I'll have you on to talk bare minimum when the Mets play the Yankees at some point.
Oh, I was talking about on MLB, like the show.
Oh, you mean play?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have that game. I don't play video games often, but I have Madden and I have NBA 2K.
Oh, we could play Madden if you want.
Yeah, maybe one. Yeah, we'll figure that out, man. But I'm gonna let you go because I want to get at least 1-2 more callers in before I call it a night. But thank you so much for calling in, man, and thank you for being a great subscriber, buddy.
I have a nice night. Stay blessed.
You too, my man. What's going on, Gamer Squad? Thank you for tuning in, Terrence T. 3 more days, my man. 3 more days. We're almost there. What's going on? You're on live. Thank you for calling in.
What's going on? It's Mickey Sav.
Who is this?
Mickey Sav.
What's going on, my man?
Few things. First of all, I'd like to come out and say that since day one, I have not once thought that Kyler Murray has been going number 1 overall. It was just so odd to me that he would be, some people putting him in the second round, and now he's gonna go number 1 overall. Like I never thought for 1 second. And if he doesn't, that's gonna shake up the entire draft.
It just never. I mean, I believed it because everyone said it, but it never made sense to me that. I mean, what made all these experts change their opinion? Like, what was it? I mean, before he didn't participate in the combine, and everybody said, what? Because he measured at 5'10" and 1/8, he suddenly soared up draft charts because he wasn't 5'9" and a half. He had a good pro day, just like every other quarterback did. I didn't get it, and I think what made him soar up was more to do with Arizona hyping him up than anything else. Everybody said Haskins was the guy. Haskins was the guy. And all of a sudden, Kyler Murray becomes the be-all, end-all. It doesn't make sense to me. And I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility. If the Arizona Cardinals pass on him, he drops to the mid-first round. I don't think it's that crazy to think that could happen.
You think he could fall all the way to the first round, or middle of the first round?
13th to the Dolphins. I think that would be the latest he could go.
Okay, yeah. So I just woke up from a nap, so I haven't seen like literally anything. I woke up and I was like, you started streaming 3 hours ago, and I was like, damn, that sucks. I missed the whole thing. But I just woke up and I saw something that had the Bengals trading up with the Jets. If the Bengals were to trade up, do you think the Jets is a realistic option?
And that's what I just said, Odell Beckham and Movie Critic. You guys said Movie Critic said I was brainwashed. That's exactly what I just said. That's what made him rise. Not that people thought it was Cliff Kingsbury. I didn't mean to interrupt. I was watching the chat there. Just
No, you're good.
Say that one more time.
So I just saw something that said it had the Bengals trading up. So I know the Bengals want to trade up, and the Jets really want to trade down. Do you think the Bengals could really end up trading up to number 3 draft night?
Yeah, I think it's definitely possible. I think the Jets are the perfect team that will want to trade down in the top 5 because they don't have a second-round pick. Yeah, I think the Bengals are a team. The Redskins, we read, are very high on Dwayne Haskins. I think there's a couple teams, if they fall in love with one of these quarterbacks, could move up. Which, if you're a fan of getting the best available defensive player, that's what you want as a Giants fan, because the more quarterbacks that go in the first 5, the better player will be there at 6 for the Giants.
And especially because it looks like to everybody that Devin White's a lock for the Bucs, that somebody would end up falling. Because if he's not, then Devin White would just end up falling to us. But I really hope somebody else goes in there and takes a QB.
I think Devin White's going to go to the Bucs. I think that's one of the biggest locks in this year's draft. I really do think he's going to be a Buck. And I like Devin White. I'd love it if he was a Giant, but I really think he's going to be a Tampa Bay Buccaneer.
So I just saw that clip of Eli putting in work. Did you see anything about that?
Yeah, I saw the clip briefly.
With Shep and Saquon and Corey Coleman and Hakeem Nicks, they're all out there. And Eli, I haven't seen Eli move the way he was moving in like 5 years. I was really blown away. It was some really hard drills he was doing, and it's obvious that he's putting in extra work because he's getting old. It's exactly what Brett Favre did to elongate his career, and I was thoroughly impressed.
Listen, man, I love Eli Manning. He's my favorite athlete, not just Giant athlete of all time. I love him. I know the end is near, but there would be nothing better for me as a fan to see him. I don't know. Super Bowl's crazy, but to see him go out on a really good note and really play well this year and lead the Giants to at least competitive football in the second half of the year, or maybe a playoff berth, that would mean the world to me, man, because he deserves it. He's put up with a lot of nonsense throughout his career with the fans and the media, and not just Giants fans, the NFL in general. And I would love to see him go out on a high note. I'm not going to say I expect it. It's probably more realistic that the Giants are going to have a tough year this year, but I hope, man. I really do, and Eli always puts in the work, so I hope, man. I saw the clip briefly before I went live. I'll watch it more after the show.
Yeah, and I think it was the last part was talking about like tanking. And first of all, if I'm a Giants fan, like part of me last year, I wanted the Giants to lose, but I was always rooting for them to win, always. And I'd be like, hey, if we lose, better draft pick. Like the Cowboys game, the end of the year, I wanted to win so bad, but after it, I was like, they played such a great game, and we get a better draft pick now. Because if we lost that, we could have been so low as to like 12 or something, going 6-10.
Yeah.
I can never root against my team to lose like that.
I couldn't root for them to lose, but at the end of it, I was like, you know what? I'm kind of glad they did, But I was not. I couldn't root for them to lose, especially against the Cowboys. But at the end of the
That
game,
was such a riveting game. It was so good.
yeah. But at the end of the game, I was like, you know what? There's a silver lining to this. You know, we're picking 6 now instead of like you said, 10th, 11th, 12th, and that's a huge difference. We could potentially get a top tier prospect if they follow us at 6 now. We would have never had that opportunity at 12. So hopefully it works out for us on draft night.
Man, I can't wait for the draft. It's so close now. I can't wait.
Yeah, man. Oh God, it's right around the corner, man. It's right around the corner. We're gonna be here in 3 days, and hopefully you're with me and we watch it together, and hopefully we get to celebrate the pick. But
yeah.
But go ahead.
Did you see how? There was tweets said that there was one team with Daniel Jones as QB1 on their board?
Yeah, that was a couple of days ago, and I know a lot of people assumed that was the Giants. It may not be, but a lot of people assumed it was the Giants. I
don't know what I'd do with myself if we ended up taking. I don't even want him at 17. I'd take him in the second round. I do not want him at 17. I think the defense is too important.
I don't want him in the top. I don't want him in the first round. If you want to take him at 37, go ahead. If he falls, but I do not want him in the first 17 picks. No way.
And I just saw something that kind of really ticked me off. I just saw on Instagram. It was something about Dave Gettleman's comments. Have you seen anything about that?
No.
So, Dave Gettleman was asked, I don't know if it was today or yesterday, it was asked, is there a locker room culture problem with the New York Giants? And he just says, quote, not anymore. And then Odell tweeted back at Gettleman, like laughing, saying everything comes full circle, or I finally know what the truth is, something like that. I don't know, but I was like, Gettleman, why do you need to say that?
I'm sure part of it was Beckham that he was referring to, but I think it was more than just him. I mean, we read reports that said Damon Snacks Harrison. That was a big reason why they got rid of him. Eli Apple, we know that he wasn't the best guy in the locker room. So I think I'm just guessing, but I don't think he was just referring single-handedly to Odell Beckham when he said that.
Well,
if you notice, he got rid of a ton
I think it's pretty obvious that the question itself was referred to Odell, because this could have been asked a long time ago if those guys were the real problems. But because Odell is, the famous one, the media's always around him. I just think it makes sense that the question was directed at Odell. So I really, really ticked me off. I really didn't need Gettleman to say that.
I hear you, man. I don't think Beckham was the best locker room guy. I think some of it was overblown. Definitely. But he didn't do himself any favors by voluntarily going to the media and subliminally bashing Eli, bashing his coach. He didn't do himself any favors, and you can't do that in New York, especially in New York.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'd have to read the context of the quote and everything. But that's what Gettleman did. He got rid of the guys that are bad locker room guys, not just Odell. The other guys I mentioned, Eli Apple, Snacks. So that's what he did. But I'm gonna let you go, man, because see if I get one more call before I call tonight, man. But thank you for the call.
All right, cool, no problem.
All right, buddy. And I see somebody asked me a question in the chat. He says, what 3 positions do you want the Giants to draft with the first 3 picks? Edge rusher for sure. Possibly quarterback. Right tackle. Cornerback. 3 of those 4 positions. 3 of those 4 positions. All right, I think this is going to be the last one. What's going on? You're on live. Thank you for calling in.
What's up? It's Alex.
Alex Sports?
Yes.
What's up, my man?
Not much. So, who do you think the Giants are going to take at 17?
By the way, I see J-Zack popped in. Go check him out. He was on my channel the other day. And who do you not want? Yeah, Daniel Jones. I don't want at 17. And you're asking who I think the Giants will take at 17?
Yeah.
It all depends on who falls. And it all depends on what they do at 6. Give me who they take at 6. Give me the scenario who they take at 6.
Well, if the Cardinals choose Kyler Murray, and the Bucks take Devin White, for example, I really want defense then. If there's any available.
All right, let's just hypothetically say we go Ed Oliver at 6.
Yeah.
At 17, it depends who's there, but I'd be looking at a corner, or an offensive tackle, or another pass rusher, an exterior pass rusher. But possible names: Clan Farrell, Brian Burns, DeAndre Baker, Byron Murphy, Greedy Williams if he ever fell, and Andre Dillard, Cody Ford. I think you're looking at that group of 6 or 7 players, a top tier right tackle, a top tier corner, or another pass rusher. If they went interior pass rusher at 6, I think that's what you're looking at in that specific scenario.
Yeah.
You know? Anything else, my man? New York Giants says you're my new best friend for life. Mets, Knicks, and Giants fan. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. But go ahead.
One other question. After the draft is completely over, are you going to make like a schedule predicting the season, or you don't?
I am going to put in a ton of content after the draft, and it's not going to just be Giant content because I'm going to do an individual video just specifically talking about the Giants draft, but I'm trying to broaden my base, right? So I'm going to do, I already planned it out. I'm going to do 8 different videos. I'm going to have a grade for each team, but it's going to be based on division. I'm going to do an AFC North, an AFC South, an AFC West, all the divisions and all 32 teams, a quick 4 or 5 minute. So each video will probably be about 15 to 20 minutes of each individual division, breaking it down, and then I'll have an individual video on the Giants draft for about 10, 15 minutes, breaking down how I thought they did, and also a schedule prediction, record prediction. Now, it's going to take me probably 2 weeks to do all that, but that's my plan right now after the draft.
Yeah, that should be very good. I just cannot wait for the draft. I'm anxious now.
Oh God, yeah, it's almost here, man.
2 months of talk and talk. I just want to see it.
Oh, it's gonna be great. I can't wait. And somebody asked me, do you think Greedy, Baker, or Murphy will fall to 37? No, I do not. Rudy says, damn, Chris, I love the big plans. Let's get this. Yeah, let's go from 5 to 50K. And real New York Giants, obviously I'm going to have content focused heavily on the Giants after the draft. But I want to also give a first-round grade, for each. I'll probably have a video the day after as well, after the first round, that morning. I'll probably make a video breaking down who I thought were the winners and losers of the first round, broadly.
Yeah.
As well as a video breaking down the Giants' 2 picks.
Yeah. And you're going to go early that day on Thursday before the draft starts?
Yeah, I plan on right now, and have a great night, Odell. I plan on and I'll probably take one more call. I see one guy keep calling in. I'll probably do a call-in show that day because I'm off work. I don't know how many people are going to come in because people work on Thursday. But I'm probably going to do a call-in show at like midday, like at 12 or 1 o'clock for like 2 or 3 hours. Then rest up before the draft, and then I'm going to have Bad Dog on. And then the same exact thing the next day where I'm going to have like a call-in show at like 1 o'clock to like 3 or 4, breaking down the first round and previewing the second round.
Yeah, that sounds great. I'm excited.
All right, my man. I appreciate the support.
Yeah, just great channel, great job.
Thank you so much. Have a good. I'm gonna just take the next call because I see somebody calling in.
All right, well, see you later.
All right, buddy. All right, you are the last caller. Who is this?
I have a question for you.
Yeah, who is it?
Oh, I am Tristan.
Tristan, what's up, buddy?
With the signing of Golden Tate, do you think he can be as productive as he was in Detroit?
Yeah, why not? I see no reason to think he can't be. Golden Tate, I like Golden Tate. Now, the contract and the age, I don't know if I love the contract. I don't remember what the exact, I think it was about $9 or $10 million a year. I don't know if I'm in love with the contract, but I do think Golden Tate is a good guy for the locker room. I think that I think the Giants' offense this year, they're trying to convert into more of a ball control offense, and I think he fits that perfectly. I do think Golden Tate fits Shermer's system very, very nicely. Much like an Adam Thielen when he was with Minnesota. A lot of the Eagles receivers, when Shermer was over there, very similar types of wide receivers. So I do like Golden Tate as a fit for the Giants. He's not Odell Beckham. I would never tell you he is, but I do like the fit, and I think he'll be successful here.
Yeah. People are just complaining that shouldn't have been traded. we obviously know that he was traded because of distractions and celebrations and all that, but everyone.
And Rudy brings up a great point, by the way. I should have mentioned that. Everybody thinks it's a 4-year contract. It's only a $5 million dead cap hit if they cut him after year 2. So it might work. You know, they cut him if he's not doing well. You cut him at age 33. It only costs you $5 million. And yeah, that's a good point Rudy brought up there. And did you see Manning ripping? I heard about it, Thrill. I haven't seen the video yet, but I heard about it. I saw it briefly right before I went live, but it was only like 10 seconds. I'm gonna go back and watch it. Have a good night, Angel Gonzalez. Anybody see Eli throwing the? So you just asked that. I think Tate is better at something than Odell. Okay, what do you think, real New York Giants Mafia? What do you think? Oh, yards after catch. Yes, he's a better slot wide receiver, and he's known to be a pretty good blocker. But anything else, my man?
No.
All right, buddy. Yeah, man. I appreciate the call. And it should be all over the social media, Cassandra Ramrock. But yeah, thank you for the call. Thank you for being a great subscriber. All right, we are gonna call it a night. I want to look at the vid. Yeah, you should be able to find it. I saw it before. I think it's on Twitter. I think. All right. I'll take one more. Who's this? What's going on? You're on live.
Hello. It's Nelson. How are you?
Nelson. Poppy Goat says, Chris, I love you, no homo. I love you too, my man. What's up, Nelson? What did you want to talk about?
I'll talk about the draft right now. Your prediction about the draft.
What about the draft?
I think you know about the prediction about the draft. Do you know the position? What you need for the first round the NFL draft?
You talking about the Giants specifically?
I guess.
Who do I think they're going to take? Is that what you're asking me?
Yeah.
I've been saying it all night. Either a quarterback or a pass rusher at 6. And if they go pass rusher at 6, they could go anywhere. If they go quarterback at 6, I think it pencils them in for a pass rusher at 17.
Okay.
You too, Rudy. Have a good night, my man. Appreciate you for tuning in. And good point, real New York Giants Mafia. They certainly could use a red zone target at the wide receiver position. Brandon Marshall was supposed to solve that. Of course, he got hurt. And maybe Evan Ingram will be a part of the solution there. But Nelson, what's up, my man? Anything else?
Yeah. Do you know? I know you don't like any of the quarterbacks at 6 or 17.
No, that's not true. I like Dwayne Haskins.
Dwayne Haskins.
Yeah, I like Dwayne Haskins.
As the only option.
He's the only guy. He's the only guy I would take at 6. Me personally, only guy.
Okay. So I know you're busy. So thanks for calling.
No, man. Thank you for calling and thank you for being a great subscriber.
Yeah. Thanks.
All right, my man. Have a good one. All right, guys. That is gonna wrap it up. So if anybody else calls, I'm not gonna answer it. That was Nelson. He calls in a lot. I just want to say thank you to everybody that stuck around. Whoever was here throughout the whole show, you guys were great. I had constant calls. There was no dead time. Had a lot of fun tonight. Have a great night to everybody that's here. Rudy, if you're still here, Thrill Collins, Poppy Goat, Real New York Giants Mafia. Yeah, we'll see. Procaccini, everybody that was here throughout the show. Appreciate all you guys for being here. All the great calls. Dealt with some nonsense mid-show, but yeah, appreciate you guys for being here. I hope you guys are here on draft night. It should be a lot of fun. Yeah, Raphael, thank you very much. Much love to you, Sanjaya. Oh, wow, you stayed all the way till 3 in the UK, man. That's the ultimate compliment. Lamel Sinclair, have a great night. New York Giants, good night, man. I appreciate that, brother. Thrill Collins, have a great night. I appreciate everybody that stuck around and watched the show and called in and made it a great night. And yeah, I'm leaving now, Brandon. I'll just say my goodbyes. And yeah, thank you guys for being here. Hope to see you guys on draft night. And I'll be doing a lot of call-in shows after the first round and before the first round that day, as I said, second round, and probably even another call-in show after the draft. So there'll be a lot more call-in shows this week. There's going to be like 3 or 4 call-in shows. So hope to see you guys there. Have a great night, guys. Have a great night. Thank you guys for tuning in.